battery. Right, hello. I thought I'd invite Rose on here. She said she's going to come on, but she's not on at the moment. So it just means waiting. Right, hello. I thought so I wanted to have a little discussion about haunted halls. She thinks I'm going to have a moaning match with her, but I'm not. It's just a topic, Rose. Oh, my fucking thing's completely knackered. I need another K2 meter. I need a few actually. At least another 3. No, these batteries are dead. Alright. Just. Alright. Well, while I'm waiting for Rose, the topic is going to be about haunted dolls. And there's going to be like if, what, where, when, and how kind of thing, you know. Oh shit, there's 2 batteries down here. I went in the kitchen for this one. Right, well, I've got my ones on anyway over there. I'm not saying that I'm going to get any kind of activity from them whatsoever, but we will give it a go. Come on, Rose, what the hell are you doing? Everyone's left Rose's channel. She shouldn't really leave her. She's going to get the arse now because everyone's left her channel. But, you know, you can keep an eye on her channel because it's kind of going to be a little bit interesting. I want you guys to check my dolls out and hopefully you can check Rose's dolls out because I do feel like, you know, we're doing like a dual doll session. We might get a little bit of activity between them. Oh shit. So come on, Rose, where the hell are you? Oh, this damn fucking Explorer shit. Oh, she's on Elle's house or what? What is she doing? Well, we're waiting for her. So the topic is going to be about haunted dolls tonight. I'm going to ask you over some questions. First of all, like, you know, where she got her first one from, how haunted her first one was, and can she remember what one it was, and if she still got it. And then we're going to be talking about the possibility, like, people defrauding us with so-called haunted dolls, like, because you know, anyone can put a story behind a doll and make it sound like a haunted doll. Now with Rose, she's okay. She can like actually sense if a doll is spirit, the doll is spirited or not. And I'm just wondering if she's ever kind of had that one or two off, where she's had like dolls that she felt like is like spiritually active, and when she got them, she's had shit from them. So I admit I've had dolls which I bought off eBay thinking they might be haunted, buying them, paying my hard-earned savings for them, and nothing. Don't get shit from them. So is it because they are not really haunted, or is it because they are so-called haunted but gone dormant? Because don't get anything that's haunted, the spirit within can release themselves and stay where they want to stay, and that object, whether it being a doll, watch, clock, whatever, is being posted to that new owner, and the new owner thinking it's going to be haunted when it isn't, because it's released itself and stayed at the original location and probably attached itself to another object, another doll. So I'll send you a link on G+. So, like, you know, I'm not trying to start a war with Rose. It's just a topic I thought we'd have about, you know, talking about dolls and stuff like that. I was actually putting a bid on for a doll today. I know it's not haunted, but it looks a bit creepy, the way like they've decorated it. And I've kind of like went lowball, and they rejected it, which I knew they would do. So I kind of like bumped up my bid for a little bit more, and they still rejected it. And like, this is what I don't understand about some eBayers, yeah. They want to kind of like squeeze the very last cent out of you. Now I put it down to like, I'll be honest with you, they wanted 12 quid for it. I started off with 750. They said no. I thought, okay, let's do 9 quid. Nope. Let's do 10 quid. Nope. Well, where is it like, you know, offers? No, if they think I'm going to be paying, you know, the full 12 quid plus the £6 postage, being like 18 quid for a doll, no fucking chance. Now, I could go and get a doll from the charity shop and paint it myself and make it look creepy. You know, and like, you know, this doll isn't haunted. You know, it just looks creepy where they've painted it, I suppose. And it looked kind of interesting. You know, the face was white, kind of like painted white, and you had like blood dripping down its eyeball and down its mouth, and a few little blood spots, you know, down its dress. And I thought, yeah, that looks a bit creepy. Maybe I might creep some of my dolls out with them, but I ain't gonna pay that fucking price for it. No way. So I can go and get one from the charity shop for a £5. Oh, for fuck's sake! Look in your G+. She had to open a new G+ because I don't know why. I had the G+ open where we've been messaging each other for last week, and she's not receiving it for some reason. So, you know, people will try to scam you, I think. You know, I know this doll wasn't haunted, you know. I could sense it wasn't haunted. I knew it was haunted. It was not haunted. It's just like a doll painted, probably just like, you know, for a Halloween prop kind of thing. And I thought, well, it saved me going hunting around in charity shops and buying one, you know, kind of thing. But I'm not paying fucking 18 quid for it. No way. No, suck that. So, what's she doing? But with like, you know, some dolls, like...
Now I've got you to think.
Oh, now you fucking got me up. No, I'm not.
You just got it.
I'm not starting.
There's nothing in that ass.
Yeah, hang on. I'm not starting a doll war with you. I'm just having a topic of conversation.
I was pulling.
What?
I was pulling your leg.
Right. Well, okay. Well, as I was saying, I was bidding on a doll which was painted up, you know, a little bit, and she, you know, even, you know, not even giving me like a couple of quid off for it, you know, it's trying to like. I think you know, them kind of people will try to scam you because it's just a fucking doll painted, you know, kind of thing, and like, you know, it just looked interesting to me, you know, the way it was painted, and I think, you know, I'm not paying full whack for it. No, you know, if she wants like money for the doll, surely she'd like, you know, be able to give me a couple of quid off the damn thing. But nope, oh well, fuck it, you know. But anyway, question. I'm going to ask you some questions, right?
Yeah.
You can answer them if you want to.
Yeah.
You can tell me to fuck off if you want to. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Can you remember your first ever doll?
Yeah.
If so, who is it? Who is the doll? Do you still have the doll? And where did you get the doll?
Right.
And did it give?
I had 3 dolls. Right. One was Tina, one was Charlotte, and one was Violet. Tina and Charlotte I sent to you, my babies. Violet I've still got here, and I would never get rid of her in $1 million. And I got them from the person I always buy my dolls from, and he's not on eBay, and that was somebody very special, where I've continued actually to buy quite a few bits and bobs of them. So yeah, so you got 2, and I kept Violet here.
Right,
and yes,
but
they were all haunted.
What kind of activity did you get from them?
Well, if you remember, you got 2.
Charlotte. What was your team and Charlotte to send them to me?
Yes, you had them 2. Before I sent them to you, I didn't like. Tina felt a little bit creepy to me. I know why now, because she shouldn't have been here. As I get K2 hits off both of them, and also they just give me this creepy vibe. Violet, which I'm very, very fond of, completely, and I know she's very fond of me. I've actually sat with her with the K2 meter and actually had a conversation with her. She's been very open with me, and she also, I know she keeps some of the spirits in order, and she gets mad with me sometimes when I'm bringing certain things in. But K2 hits with all of them, but conversation wise, I got more out of Violet because I didn't spend time with Tina or Charlotte, even though I got K2 hits off them too. But I didn't like the vibes off them.
Do you think the 5s of them was being mixed up with the actual 5s just getting from Grumpy Bollocks and Hatman and that?
No, because if you remember, I got them 4 years ago, didn't I? So at that time, I've only just started really filming again since last October. So I think what it was with them 2 is they didn't really like female. They'd rather be with the male. That was what I caught on about, was the vibes. And when they went to yours, they were a lot more happier to even say hello to me, because they're not going to work here full time. That's what we found out in the end of it. Anyway, they were meant to be with you, not here. Which I'm not complaining about, because I've still got Violet. I've never thought her.
So what one do you talk to more at the moment, and what one is more active than the others?
To be honest with you, I haven't got one that isn't more active than the other. I'm trying to think which. To be honest with you on that, apart from the new ones that have just turned up, which I'm sort of like working on-ish, even like down to McLaren and Henry, I actually have conversations with near enough 50% of my dolls. The other 50% of my dolls I've not completely worked with. I've just put them on screen with K2 meters because I haven't had time to work with them, which I'm hoping to do more now because I'm not well. So 50% of my dolls, I have had conversations with them. The other 50%, I'm sort of starting to work on them now.
Now, is that like is that just like a one-off conversation, or is it a daily conversation, or once every couple of weeks or something?
Right. What I do is with mine is when they're ready to talk, as I call it talk using the K2 meter. When they get ready to like want to chat, basically, I get the feeling. So what I do is I take them out, and then I can spend a couple of hours with them, and I'm cutting here and there and everywhere to go a bit quiet, and I can ask them questions and they answer. Now, once they've told me the story, I will just say to them, right, I'm going to give you a long, long rest now. You've got the run of the house, you know what the rules are, so basically just enjoy and have a bit of fun around here. That's what I do. Don't want to cross over. I won't cross them over. But I find that because I give them that time after having the conversation with them, which sometimes can take up to 2 months before they decide they want to chat, first time around, they're usually running around the place. And this is what we see. We like have party time, as I call it. The other 50% are just starting to sort of work on now.
What dolls have you bought in the past which you feel like either you made a mistake on because they're not spiritually active, or they are spiritually active and like you need to get rid of them? No, actually, that's two questions. How many dolls have you bought? How many dolls have you bought which have not been spiritually active?
Right. Well, I've bought, I'd say, which I haven't got now, 10% out of me that I've bought been spiritually active. It turned out to be not, because when they put the dolls in the box and the traveling, they actually release themselves. So when they release themselves, I can't blame the seller. It's because they've just decided basically bog off. I didn't want to go in the box, and they release themselves, or they've released themselves and actually gone back to the seller. The second question was what, Steve? The ones I need to is that the one, the evil ones?
No, what one's been more active than you've bought, you know, through your time of buying dolls?
Right. I find my Mr. B dolls are quite active. I also find that I've had some dolls from the US. They were pretty funky, as I call it. Quite nasty, active. You know they're there, and I'm sort of like, very wary of them, and always like thinking, well, they shouldn't be here. I mean, I'm working on one at the moment. I got an email today, unexpectedly, from somebody saying that we're from the dark side, and now it's your turn. Enjoy it. And I'm like, I'm not enjoying it. That's just it, because there's something very freaky about her, and that was unexpected. So, yeah, I have got quite a few in here that are pretty funky, and I am a bit wary of them, but I'm not giving up on them, if that makes sense. I still want to work with them because I still need to find out what's what. I think the one I regret letting go of the most, and I really do, is my Mandy. I let go of her, and I wish I hadn't have done. And she was like nasty, but I had a really good rapport with her. That's the only doll that I've got rid of that I've not given away, which I've given away, that I regret more than anything. is giving her away as Mandy. And if I could get her back tomorrow, I would have her back. I've got an army because her arm dropped off. So I've gone back to the person I've actually got Mandy from, which is my that magic ritual man. It's a satanic man. And I've actually gone back to them because he hasn't been around for a while, to actually ask for another one from him. So I'd like another Mandy back. If anybody's watching this who I gave Mandy to, can you send her back? Because it's like a hole in the bedroom, and Gacy McClown's missing her. So that's the only one I regret letting go. The others that I've sent home and I've given away. I mean, I'll give one. I'll give you those. I'll give one to Zara and Angela and a few others. I don't regret, but at the moment I'm sort of like backing away from giving away the dolls because I've not worked with half of them, and then I feel I have this horrible guilty feeling after. Does that make sense?
Mm. So what made you buy dolls in the beginning? Why not something different like jewelry boxes, watches, clocks, something else?
I came on about 4 years ago on YouTube. And the first person I met was Travis. Travis had me on there. And as he'd interviewed me, and I could see these dolls behind. And I'm thinking, what's a grown-ass man doing with these dolls? Yeah? So I didn't say nothing. And then I met Simon and everyone, and I met you. You had more. And I started asking questions like, what are the guys doing with all these big, these dolls? And they said, and you said, oh, the haunted dolls. And I thought, oh, well, that's interesting. So that's what got me into buying the haunted dolls, was actually you, Simon, and Travis.
Yeah, I think mine was when I saw Travis starting off with these ones, and I thought, now that's an interesting idea. And I thought I'd only buy one or two, but look how many we both got, fucking about 100, 200 each, kind of thing. I'm thinking,
well, Kevin's doing. Well, you don't realise, do you? I mean, it can get a bit of an obsession. I find that, well, it is for me, because since I've been bad, I've been getting a few more sort of things. And so we've got a haunted mirror. That should be tomorrow. That's actually from a vicarage. A priest wants it out of the vicarage. So I've got that coming. So I'm sort of like starting to branch out with different things now, because like Kevin said to me, he's got to put another shelf up tomorrow. Right, so that room, the office that I call it, is just, I've got no more room to put the dolls in, and he's freaking out because he thinks that I want to take his office. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to touch your office. Just put me a shelf up, and then when I've got no room, you'll have to just go on the floor.
Well, what you'll have to do is start getting smaller dolls and not the big ones.
I've actually gone into more with the bigger ones. I've just obtained 2 4 4-foot dolls. No, 2.5 feet dolls. The one I got that turned up, who's got the hat on, turned up, it was all cracked. I was going mental, so I got my money back on her. I had to sellotape it back together.
What, do you send it back?
No, I showed sent the pictures. She sent me my money back. The chest, everything was cracked. I was ever so upset. You can't even take a bloody card. If you do that, she'll just collapse. So what I did is I had to, with the clothes on, get my hand in between a chest and stick sellotape on it. So I was not happy. I really like that big doll, but like I said, the one I wanted, I went to sleep and woke up, it had gone, so that miffed me a bit because I really wanted the sister to that one. But she's all right. She's turned out to be quite a good doll, actually. I know there's something going on in that one. But that's it. Go on, next question.
No, I actually saw a couple myself what I wanted, but again, I fell asleep and missed the bids and got outbid on a couple. Right. Have you ever thought about, and I'm not being racist, don't think I can, because I've actually got a couple myself and my
yes, we didn't ask about black dolls.
Yeah, black dolls, especially dollywogs.
I've started actually. I've got one voodoo doll now from Haiti. I've got another big. I think she must be about 2 feet. Another 2-footer black doll turning up, and I've just seen a couple more that I want. Gollywogs, I don't like them. Never liked them when they came out, and I don't like them now. So I would not entertain buying them.
I've got 3. I bought them up at the second-hand shop.
Yeah, I wouldn't entertain them because they were banned a few years ago, and now they're back on the shop, and I do think they're racist personally. So no, I would not entertain.
Do you think that like Africans, Nigerians, when they die, do you think they attach themselves to like black dolls, or do you think they attach themselves to any doll that they might have?
Yeah, well, they're just the same as us, aren't they? So that question's invalid, really, because they're just the same as us. So if they can attach to a doll, they will do. So getting a black doll that's got some history in it is just as good as getting a white doll with history. It's the same thing. And a black person.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if you've got a black doll, do you think it could be a black person attached to it or a white person?
I don't. Yeah, but I don't know that till I work with them, so I can't verify that. As I've got two. She's black that's in the Hades doll. I know that for a fact she's black in that one. The other doll that's turning up, I have no idea.
I think until I work with them. I'm sure you gave me a black doll.
I did.
So I've got 3, I think, now at the moment in the living room.
Yeah. She's a nice doll, she is.
When you communicate with your dolls, do you just like communicate with one for a couple of days and just like put her in the room and leave her alone and move on to the next one, or do you like bring her out every so often? Like with my ones, I talk to them when I get them. I communicate with them for a day or 2, then I just stick them in the living room and leave them alone. And if I feel like they need to come out, then I'll bring them out another time. But
that's what I do.
As you know, it's hard to like be communicating with like a doll on a continuous time period when you've got like another 30 you want to communicate with, kind of thing.
I've got 2 dolls in there, the old man and Henry. Now, if I get the K2, they would constantly chat. The old man I had to tell off because it was coming at 2 o'clock in the morning and I was so tired. Then he wanted to communicate, so I had to tell him off because it got to the point where he wanted my attention all the time. So I had to take him out the room, and I've not communicated with him for a bit. But I know that he's really is annoyed with me. Henry, the same way. I mean, took him out yesterday and put him in front of the camera, which he likes. But I try not to communicate with them too much because that's if they will take up too much of my time. Because they'll just chatter. And I don't know about you, but after you've done about, say, a 2-day session with them, what is there left to say apart from every now and again you'll put the K2 meter in and you'll go, how are you doing today? You having a good day? What more is there to actually say to them after they've told your story, where you can just ask them if they're all right and if they're happy, but you've got nothing else to.
You got the ones like the ones like from Gen T. I've got one from her, and you've got many of her as well. But I've got one where I put her in the cupboard in the kitchen, which she reckons she's got multiple stories to tell me, and she
I wouldn't
takes
have
up
done that. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have even back. I wouldn't have done that. I would have put her with the rest because I've got one that is messed up. I've got one that's really bad, right? And she likes to be in the dark, but I won't let her be in the dark. I keep her in the light. She loves it too. And your dog is probably the same way. They love the dark. So when you lock them lock them away in the dark, you're actually giving them more power. So what I do to take the power off my badass one, which moved, by the way, last night, which they actually saw her move, is I keep her out all the time, all day. and then night time, that's it. She's out at the moment. So I do the opposite. I will not put them in a dark cupboard because that's it. You were giving them what they want, which is the darkness and the power. That's the worst thing you could do because then she'll come out and kick your ass.
I put one in with her the other last week, I think it was. She's been a little bitch.
Yeah, well, if you take her out and let her stay in the light, you will drain the negativity out of her. If you keep her in the cupboard, in the dark, even if you've got crosses or whatever, which I don't believe they work now, not after having my house blessed twice, but beside the point, if you take her out and just leave her in your living room with the rest of the dolls, yeah, you'll
Abby don't like that. She said she don't want her in that room with any of the dolls because she's an evil bitch.
You need to put it where it's light.
She feels that it might like well, conflict with other dolls. You know, there might be like a little bit of a spiritual warfare.
Well, there is one in mine. There's a big spiritual war going on in my dolls' room. But I let them fight amongst each other because the adults and children, the children come running out and play on the stairs, and the adults have a boxing match. Because they are people at the end of the day, whether or not they're demonic or whatever, they're still people. So I let them fight amongst themselves. Albeit they can be a bit noisy sometimes and slamming doors and getting a bit bad-tempered and naive them. But I'd rather let them fight amongst each other until they get to a common ground. And they do get into a common ground. And all of a sudden you'll learn where not to put the dolls next to what. Or next to who, like I've learned now.
Abby told me that she's too evil. She don't want to in that room with the other spirits because
you could put somewhere else. Yeah, but you must have another room with a window ledge. She won't like the light. And it is the best.
I might take them out of the box and leave them in here for a couple of nights, or leave them out in the kitchen.
Leave them where the window is. Where there's a window, they don't like light.
Yeah,
I drained my evil one, even though she moved last night. I drained her from all the negativity by keeping it in the light. If I put her back in the dark continuously, then she will be a bitch. But I'm not letting her do that. I've done it the opposite way, and it's actually worked. Even though, like I said, she moved last night. Well, next.
Right, this is a 2-question part, right? Right, one. Why do you think people like? Why do you think people like using dolls as a conduit, a vessel to attach themselves to? Right, that's number one.
Right.
And 2, how do we know that there is a spirit attached to them?
Right, number one.
And we're not talking something.
I think spirits walk around. They haven't got their own doll. They usually walk around in this limbo situation as we don't see them. And they see a doll or something, even a piece of bloody furniture. If they've died in the house in their best rocking horse, yeah, they will sit in there. They'll attach themselves to a rocking horse, a rocking chair, a table because it's theirs. But where the doll is, sometimes they get a doll, they'll see a doll that looks like them, and they will attach themselves to that. Or they've got one of their favourite dolls and they will attach themselves to that. That's what I'm finding out through communicating with some of these dolls, because I often thought that, well, why would you want to attach yourself to a piece of plastic, and how the hell do they do that? But that's the reason, is to see something that reminds them of themselves. But that said, it doesn't always have to be a doll.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it can be anything that they loved, or it's mainly when it comes to furniture or watches. It's usually because they love that. You know, so, but that's where the dolls are concerned. And how do we know if there's a spirit in the doll, yeah? Is that what your second one was?
How do you know there is money there and that we are talking to a real spirit? It could be something from something else, and I can't think like what me and Rusty talked about the other night. It could be some kind of like energy form from another dimension, for all we know.
I did a session.
I know we talk to them and they tell us stories and details about themselves, but you know, we may believe that, but we could be like kind of being manipulated by some kind of like other energy form and making us want us to believe what they're telling us?
I think that usually when you find a doll and you look in that doll's eyes and you get that weird feeling that there's something in it or there's something about it and your stomach turns over, that to me, I believe that is a haunted doll. You can usually tell by the eyes and by what happens in your stomach, you're feeling. Everyone's got this, like a not feeling. Everyone's got it. You just have to learn how to use it. Intuition. That's the best way of putting it. But I also think, yeah, a gut feeling. That's what I go, the gut feeling. It's intuition, you just know. And the funny thing about it is, I'll have to get that video out somehow. I was having a conversation with one of my dolls a while back. I didn't upload the video, so I've got to look for that. And I can't even remember which bloody doll it was. But I was having a conversation with one of my dolls about the different dimensions. I might have uploaded it. It might be on my haunted doll. Pennywise, I don't know. But I had a conversation and they asked them about the different dimensions, yeah? And this doll was talking about that there is different dimensions. It actually agreed with me that there was. I must find that that video because it was funny because we were talking about it ages ago, and I asked that question and the doll answered it. So it could be that some of the dolls that we pick up from the charity shops or wherever, it could be we could be talking to somebody in a different dimension that's coming through. But we also know that we've all got doppelgangers, what we call them. There's two of us. You've got the good side and we've got the bad side. You're not supposed to meet, but if you do, there's trouble. So, yeah, interesting question. We could be, but at the same time, I do sense if one of my dolls is lying to me, I know when they're lying to me because I do call them out on it. So, and they can lie. Oh my God, can dolls lie, mate? You have to be on top of that one. They can lie as big as Pinocchio's.
So what do you think is actually making dolls move? You know, like you said, your doll moved last night.
Yeah,
You've seen a lot of videos where, you know, you've got people actually catch it on video and been up on YouTube where dolls move. I think, well, I've had a couple of dolls move in the past or been pushed over. So what do you think is actually making them move? Do you think it's a spirit inside them, or do you think it's another spirit attacking that spirit that's inside the doll? Or is it the doll actually itself building up enough energy to make itself move?
Yeah, it's that. I do believe that, but I also believe that the other spirits can do it because that one that moved last night, she was near a very good doll, you know, good spirit doll, Andrea, and I think, can't remember. I sent her after somebody who's got that on YouTube, and she basically, because she was a good spirit, she banged it because I come in there, the massive, almighty clang. Goes back in the room and the evil doll had actually knocked my good doll on the floor and broke her foot. I had to glue it. So yeah, I think that they can push other dolls, and also if they get enough energy and the doll can be movable, they will move. But not all dolls do that. So they can move. I do believe in that, yeah. I
was watching the earlier. I think where it's a documentary on how Annabelle was first in the public eyes, kind of thing. Like what happens that the first person who had Annabelle, they used to put it on her bed, and when she went out to work, she had noticed the doll would move because like she'd have the doll's kind of like arms out, legs out, like that. And when she came home from work, when she went back into her bedroom, she found that the doll actually like the legs were closed and the arms were like actually down. So the next day, she like put the doll back on the bed, spread the legs, spread the arms, came home from work. This time the doll was actually kneeling with her arms hanging down, kind of thing, and she knew she didn't do it. So that's how Annabelle kind of like started off the story of it, because like then like some weirder stuff started happening to the doll. Then she got a psychic to look at the doll, and apparently the psychic said it was like a young child that was attached to the doll from like way back in time, like the 17th century when there weren't no houses around. And I was actually watching that, and I thought, and suddenly I kind of stopped watching it, and I've got where the bloody video is now, because I was doing some other bits like checking on eBay and like checking other bits and pieces on YouTube.
Yeah,
but,
they can move, but very far between. You know, you don't get a lot that move because some of them haven't got the energy to do it, or they don't know how to. But maybe in time to come, they'll learn. But yeah, they can move. I've seen one of my dolls. I've looked. I thought that just bloody moved, and I've looked again, and I've not been sure. So they do move. They're very crafty at doing that.
I think the best one I've seen move was Ron Simon's when he was doing that conjuring, and he had that doll on the shelf, and the head just kind of like moved slowly about a quarter way round, and everyone saw it. It was fucking freaky.
Why has he stopped doing
if that's the doll or not, I don't know. It could have been something that he conjured up and made the doll move.
Yeah, but why has he stopped? He stopped doing the paranormal. Why has he stopped doing the paranormal?
I don't know. Maybe I think he got fed up doing it. Actually, like Rusty, he done what he needed to do.
Oh, I'd love that doll. If Simon's got that doll, I'd love that doll.
I reckon Rusty should buy a couple of Hawley dolls and do some sessions with him, see what he gets.
Yeah, but interested to put into a different level. Because he said he's got his answers now. So, but yeah, another session maybe. Get him to get a couple of haunted dolls.
But with some of the dolls that you buy on eBay, do you think that story that they put behind them is a true story or just a made-up story? Because I get dolls and I find out the name's completely different. The story's completely different.
Well, I've had all the dolls that I've had from my favourite guys, I call them. Whatever's come across with them has been true. Like Violet, he told me everything about Violet. Her name was Violet, blah, blah, like Tina. And everything that was said has actually come out. Now, as they basically said, yeah, that's the name, that's what happened to them, and blah, 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 blah. So with the dolls, I've gone out my norm. I have bought some dolls from eBay, haunted dolls apparently, from eBay. And they've come in names and whatever, and then when I've asked them, that they've actually come up on the K2 meter or whatever I'm using, that's the names. But the only problem is that I have found now that people are selling haunted dolls that are not haunted. So I've sort of like steered off now, where I'll only go for a doll which I've got that feeling that something's in it, and it'll be cheaper, and the person who's selling it will know that the doll's haunted. So that's what I've been doing now. I've not been really buying a lot of. I mean, I've got two coming from a witch. They look like vampire dolls. They've been painted up, but they are from a witch. She does do some that are haunted, and she does do a lot that are not. So she has a particular ones that she does do at haunted. Now I've got two of them turning up. They should be here maybe in about 5 days. So they're going to be pretty interesting to see what happens with them. But she's got a 100% feedback, and everybody that's actually bought the haunted dolls from her, they've all had really good activity. Now, that's out my norm for me. I have bought some from people from the UK, and I've got the dolls, like I said, and the spirits have gone. They've detached themselves from the doll, which really pees me off because I end up with a doll with nothing in it. So I end up boxing the dolls up, and they do go in the attic. God knows how many I've got up there now, driving them up the wall. So I tend not to use them, but I can usually tell when I've opened them if they are the hand. I mean, I've got one here called Elsa. I can't remember, but Elsa's the doll, and it's attached to a horse that's meant to be her mother. Now, I've got it here, and I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, is it or isn't it? Because it's like, I feel like I've been blocked. So I've just put it in the other room, but every time I go in the other room, it's like the doll that's on the horse is giving me dirty looks. So I must try that out, actually, find out a bit more about that. But I'm not sure about it. So there is a lot of dodgy sellers on eBay, a lot of dodgy sellers. As soon as you put haunted on it, people jump on it. It's big bucks.
I tend to read the background stories, and like if I'm not too, like believe with the story, I might ask them a few questions, and they can't answer the questions, then I won't bother. Because I have asked a couple before. I said, well, that's the story you've had put behind it. Now, was that story handed down to you by someone else who gave you the doll, or is that the actual story that you're putting behind the doll because you've communicated it some way? No, tell me a little bit more. And sometimes I just turn and say, well, that's all I know about it. I've not worked with it. If it's a story that they've been passed down, then, you don't know if that other person could make that story up to sell it to that person, and that person sell it to us, kind of thing. So I
must admit, though, I did have an argument with somebody on there not long ago. Somebody bought a doll off, and I'm not even going to mention the name. Somebody bought a doll off so-and-so, then going home and found it wasn't haunted, then resold it, and I saw that on a particular site. So I got in contact with them and said, I know exactly where you bought the doll. You bought the doll off so-and-so, which I know so-and-so, right? And that doll's not haunted, and you know that. And you've had an extra tenner on it to get rid of it when that's not even haunted. So that miffed me a bit. So I do know that goes around, that people are buying supposedly haunted dolls, finding that they're not haunted, and then reselling them for for a little bit more money.
So where do you get your ones? Which you think is more haunted? UK, America, somewhere else?
A lot of my dolls come from which is not on eBay, Mr. B. I call him. When he gets certain things and he contacts me. The other lot I get from, I've had quite a bit off Gen TT. I've also got two particular sites that I use on eBay. And every now and again I might just go off my own. But so there's like 4 different people I buy mine from.
So I think the ones that I've got that's more active are from you, but not all of them from you have been active. But some of them have, and some from Gen T. I'll probably have the ones I've got from charity shops. I've had a few of those which have been active. eBay wise, well, I've only just started buying off eBay a bit, so I'll probably have about 2 out of 10 from eBay, which I feel like may have more of an active spirit attached to them. But it's a chance what you do. But when you buy something off eBay, you look at the store, you think, well, that's interesting, and you might get that bit of a vibe, thinking, yeah, there's something attached to it. But when you buy it, you might not even get none attached to it, because it's like, it might detach itself before it gets put in the box, kind of thing.
Yeah, I've had something like that. I have definitely had something that they've turned up like that, and I have got annoyed, but it can't be helped, So that's a chance you take. But I tend to steer off. I went out of my norm, like I said, on buying a couple of things like the haunted boxes and stuff, but I wouldn't do that again.
What I'm looking for.
Wouldn't do that again.
What I'm looking for next?
I don't know.
I'm looking for like those Blair Witch stick kind of doll things. That'd be interesting. Get one of those. Made by a witch. Not like a proper doll kind of thing, but the stick figure ones, and see if they've got any kind of curse or any kind of like spiritual energy attached to them. That'd be interesting to do.
Well, we've got the toilet roll line.
Oh, yeah, well, that's going to be a bit of an interesting topic. One person actually bought the haunted toilet roll off eBay, and he didn't think he'd get nothing off it, and he just put it in his toilet, and a few nights later, he had the toilet flush by itself, he had the tap running by itself, he heard, like, movement in the bathroom, all from a haunted toilet roll. So, you know, you'd be surprised what spirits can attach themselves to, you know. And like, I thought this guy was joking, but, you know, the videos he's putting up, you know, it was kind of believable, thinking, did he really buy a haunted toilet roll? And, like, yeah, he did, you know, he paid, like, X amount for it, he won it, he got it, put it in the toilet. He didn't use it, I don't think, he just put it on the floor. And nothing happened for a night or two. Then suddenly, you know, he's hearing, like, the toilet being flushed and taps running and water dripping and, like, a gurgling sound as well. So that is interesting. So it ain't got to be what he's told you all the time. You know, it's said, like, you can, like, expand yourself. Like, you know, you can get pictures, clocks, jewelry. You know, if someone had a favourite object and they decide they want to put their energy onto that object, they probably will do.
Yeah, but what would you want to do to the toilet roll? You know,
well, maybe the guy kept, maybe the spirit before they died had the shits all the time, you know, and maybe that's the last thing they touched when they died was a toilet roll.
Yeah.
No, there's been other unusual things that have been found haunted in the past. Can't think of off my hand at the moment, but you know, other things have been found haunted. Screwdrivers. There was a video where a screwdriver supposed to have been haunted because it kept moving on its own. I ain't got my G Plus up. Yeah, someone reckons that he bought some tools from a second-hand store, and every time he went to use them, they kept disappearing, and he was finding them in different parts of the garage all the time. And he asked his family if he used them, and they said no. He asked his kids if they moved them out, no. So he put it on the table one day. Next morning, he went up, going to check it, and it's moved across the garage again.
I'd be a bit nervous. I'm glad that Kevin's got a load of like old tools. He doesn't use them, like, but he's got a load of old tools. You never know, do you? That anybody could have that energy onto them because they've lost so much to use them. Right, I've sent you them photos. Have a look at them.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the bloody Hangout to load up. My internet lags chronic when I'm trying to get on Hangouts.
Just make sure I've got everything.
What was that Facebook one down?
There you go. That's it.
I think some of them said that Saint moved in. One of your dolls moved earlier.
You joking?
Yeah, I've seen that wax one. I actually saw that wax one, and I was going to bid for it, but I thought, no, that's just someone.
Guess what? The guy gave me it right for a £5 because he banned me, didn't he? Because he thought I was a liar. Anyway, he took it down and gave me it for a £5. What did Simon say? Saw one of my dolls move earlier.
Yeah. Did one fall down last night? Because after I left you last night, I said I've got a feeling one of your dolls might fall down. So if it moved, and I was practically right before it happened anyway, because like, if it moved, you know, it doesn't mean it's fallen down, but it moved last night.
No, but that doll that moved is actually my evil one. The one that sets the K2 meter. That's the one I keep in the light. I keep her in the dark. She'll get bitchy and horrible. And she was in Satanic Ritual, wasn't she? She's really badass. So I'm not surprised she hasn't. I'm not surprised that she has moved because she's just nasty. I mean, I remember one night I did a stream with her and Crazy Paranormal. We saw a horrible face. I mean, it was horrible. And she managed to get a picture of it. And they haven't worked with it since. So last night was the first time I actually took her out to work with her. She's the one that attacked my good spirit and broke a leg. So she's nasty, she is.
I reckon that wax one's just been like crafted. There's no, I don't think there's anything with that one.
Oh, I don't know. The person I've got that from, yeah, they deal with weird and wonderful things, and they get their stuff from Wicked Witches. I actually know the person pretty well, where I got that from, Steve. So I know them pretty well now. And she's quite a nice friend. She wants to come visit, actually.
Oh, Panther said one of your dolls moved.
Hey?
Panther said your doll moved.
Which one? Today?
Well, yeah, while you was on here, I suppose.
Oh, let me just see. Oh, yes. No, I didn't know the other doll had moved tonight. I know somebody said that the red-eyed one, that somebody had sent me that email today and said that, which surprised me, sent me an email, said we are from the dark ones or something. I can't even remember now. We're from the dark ones. Now it's time for you to enjoy the dog. And I was like, what the bloody hell have they sent me that for? But yes, pink-eyed one. Do you reckon she's moved today? Miss Pinky-eyed.
I want to get a doll that's been brought back from an asylum. I actually found and brought back from an asylum because, you know, people do find things in asylums. So, you know, I reckon anything in an asylum, a book, a child's toy, a doll, you know.
Well, I bought a doll from an asylum, right? Supposedly from an asylum, and it turned up, and it had nothing in it whatsoever.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, people put behind things, you think it's real, and it ain't real.
Yeah,
that's why I don't go.
It was nothing in it, and that was from somebody that we both know. So I was going absolutely on. I was not at all happy. I'll have to go back on the video because I've switched it off. Find out which one of the dolls has moved again.
You know, I definitely want to get one from an asylum, but I want one which has actually been found in an asylum. It's all kind of
like. Kelly. She was taking all over these different asylums. She got an attachment to it, so I've got two men in there with Kelly from asylums. So packed into a challenge. The guys think Steve and yours will ever stop collecting their dog. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. I want to stop
collecting dolls soon, Rusty. I've just got no more room. I just bought that box off eBay, you know, to buy some stuffed toys. Down to the cemetery, go down there, and it said like possibly around about 30. There's fucking like 48 toys in there, and they're not small ones, which I thought they were going to be. You know, I thought they were going to be like probably about 3 to 5 inches long. Load of them fucking toys in there, like, you know, normal big size toys. And like, take those down the cemetery. I'm going to have to like take bags with me, you know, kind of thing. So like that was a kind of a bad mistake, but a good mistake. You know, buying them thinking they might be small, and I could probably take about 10 with me in one go. Well, I can't because they're too bloody big. I probably might be able to take 5 with me in one go. That way, it means I'm going to have to do more cemetery work that way. But yeah, I'm going to start doing some more cemetery work probably this month. Get out and do some more of that. Take some more dolls down. Well, not dolls, but soft toys. I want to try to find a job lot of like boys, kind of like action figures, like action men and like cars, toys. You know, get a bulk load of those and send them. You know, take them down with me.
Oh, guess what's happening on Halloween? I've got because I'm not my mum's. I've got you know, Paranormal Truth.
Yeah.
They're coming and to do a 2-night special in Hell's House.
Yeah, is it going to be live or just recorded and uploaded?
No, it's live. It's going to be live. They're not recording it. It's going to be live. They're going to be doing it. They contacted me. I've been speaking to them. So they want to do Hallows Eve, which is the 30th, and the 31st. I won't be there at the time. I'm going to be going. They're going to be putting cameras everywhere. I'll be in a hotel somewhere. They're coming up on the 13th and the 14th for a weekend in there. And then they will be, I don't know whether they're doing that as a live or going to be uploading it. But they're doing.
What, October? Is that this month or next month?
October. So
yeah, next month.
Yeah, they're going to be doing a 2-nighter, 13 and 14, and then they're going to be doing the Halloween and Halloween Eve. So the 30th and the 31st, they're going to be doing it live. So, and they're quite good because they debunk it. They go in skeptic, but they were in that 34, wherever that house name, that I can't even think of its name. They were there last week.
30 Drive?
Yeah.
You're on about 30 Drive?
Yeah, and it was pretty bad there. I mean, they had footsteps and everything. So, and these are skeptics. So that's what I wanted, a couple of skeptics to come in. So they're going to be spending 2 nights in, like I said, that'll be 4 nights altogether in Man. So that's going to be an interesting one. Ooh, just looking at the K2 meters. All of them are chatting away to each other. I'm just wondering which. Oh God, yeah. I think the red-eyed one's moved.
What one's that one?
I think that's the one that must have moved because it's in a different position now. Sorry, Steve. Right, come on, questions. Keep phoning.
I'm trying to think. Instead of buying dolls, would you consider buying stuffed toys like teddies and, like, you know, elephants and giraffes and stuff like that? Do you feel they might have something to catch them?
I have thought about it because I have thought I found a site that's actually a witch, and also a satanic site which I use quite regularly. They do now and again. They get stuffed animals. I've thought about it, but I'm on the fence with that.
Well, you know, spirits can attach themselves to those of the person never had, like, pop dolls. If they feel like, you know, well, the next nearest thing is an animal, then there's a stuffed one, you know, they're going to attach themselves to that, aren't they?
Yeah, you're right on there, because if a child, you know, a child could have a stuffed animal and they pass on, they will want to be with that animal, that stuffed animal. But I'm always...
Well, it don't mean that it's just a child, you know. You could have some adult that collected stuffed toys, you know, for a whole fucking, you know, life kind of thing. She might only like to too.
I do think that there are certain stuffed animals that have got attachments, but for me, I've considered it, and I'm never going to say never, because, like I said, there's a special person who deals with nothing but satanic. He is a satanic person. He doesn't believe in God. He believes in the devil and to do the rituals. And he's last time I spoke to the person, they are supposed to be getting something in that's stuffed wise. So I've asked them to let me have a look, basically. So I can't say never. And I can't say that I don't believe that they can get attachments to cuddly toys, because they get attachments to rag dolls. So yeah, I do think they attach to.
That's what I think. You know, you got your dolls, you got your porcelain dolls, you got your clay dolls, you've got your rag dolls.
Well, I've got rag dolls, and
you've got your rag dolls, which are very haunted.
Yeah.
What's that sailor one? Harold, what his name is? The most haunted one. I think it's Harold, the haunted doll in it. Who's the sailor one? He's like made out of rag. So, like, you know, I'm pretty sure they can attach themselves to whatever they want to. If they want to. Don't mean like it's going to be doll all the time. You know, like I said, you know, expand your horizons and move on to something different. You know, instead of buying dolls all the time. You ain't going to have the room. Like, you could buy small trinkets, like, you know.
Well, I've started though. That's just it. I've just got a 2-foot mirror coming from a church. Yeah, I was telling you that the priest wants it out because there is an evil attachment to it. He doesn't want it in his church, basically. So that is on its way to me. I've got that voodoo thing from the person who I do know. She's a really nice person. So she's sending me that one because she didn't realise that I changed my YouTube, well, my username on WhatsApp. So she thought I was an imposter. It wasn't until I contacted to tell her it was me. Then she closed it off, and I ended up getting it for £5. So I've got that coming. I mean, I've grilled her about it, and like I said, I've had stuff of her before, and it's been spot on. Her stuff is spot on. So I've got that coming. I've got mirror coming. I'm bidding on a couple of other unusual things. So yeah, I'm now sort of like branching up because Kevin said the same thing as you. I mean, you know, I've got my gun kit. I've got me number plate. So I am starting to branch out on other things now because I've got no damn room. Kevin has put me with the shelf up. I have no room for any more dolls in my office. So he's got to put me another shelf up. So now it's better.
See that mirror behind me, yeah? There's a charity shop where I bought some DVDs out of the other day, yeah? And that sewing basket thing, which I've not really done anything with at the moment. I've not even cleaned it out yet. But he's got a mirror in there at the side of his shop here. And I thought like there was something attached to it. And I asked him how much he wanted, and he said 10 quid. But I said to him, I can't give you 10 quid, I don't have the funding at the moment. So I said, we got it next week, and I've got the funds, I might come and get it. So I might go back there and see if we still got it or not, because I think that there might be something attached to that. And it's like a silver frame.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's good to branch out with different things. You know, I'm after a World War pocket watch. I'm after, you know, a little bit of war memorabilia. I'm after anything. Hang on. Oh God. Oh, I hate this cough. I'm after something that is different now, something that is not going to take up half a bedroom, basically. So I'm after different things. I want to branch out to look at different things. And if you see a mirror or you see a pair of shoes or whatever in the charity shop that you think that there's something going on, then you pick it up. Simple.
What happened to those baby shoes you had at that time? What happened to those?
Then what?
Then.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
No, I can. What you about the baby shoes?
Yeah, what happened to them baby shoes you had a few years ago?
I had to bury them. I buried them. I had to bury them because it was really heart-rending what was happening. If you remember back when I was doing all that stuff with them, with them having the blood on the shoes and everything, it was really sad. So I ended up like doing like a burial. They're actually at the park, buried in a box with a cross in them. And since I've put them to rest, I've not had no more like crying because it was really sad. That was the little girl on it. She got knocked over, and that's from my pal. That was from my pal as well.
I want to get some baby shoes actually, but you know,
just give me. Can you just give me a minute, Steve? Steve, I need to go and get a cup of coffee because if I don't get a coffee, I'm going to start coughing. Think of some more questions. Actually, them questions you're asking me are quite interesting. It's a good debate. This is. I need to get a cup of coffee because I'm.
It's a good debate, and I was hoping that she's going to come and kick my ass. I was hoping for that. I thought she was going to get really pissy with me.
I thought we were going to have a fight.
Yeah, the things I'd like to get next, you know, it is getting a bit tiresome buying dolls all the time because like you just don't know what's attached to them, if anything, you know, good, bad, or if anything, really. So I'm trying to expand, you know, buy a couple of soft toys. You know, I want to get some like music boxes. So they've, you know, because like people have had music boxes and they've just gone off on, you know, their own some of the times. But even still, a music box doesn't mean it's haunted, because like the spring, the mechanism can like kind of get a little bit defaulted inside it. You know, it kind of gets a little bit stretched over time. And you know, you could have a music box like this one, and you could open it up, and it ain't playing right until you wind it up. You could wind up, thinking at the end of the tune it's finished yet, but you know, unless it opens, it, you know, like if you've got it open all the time, and it suddenly stops, you're thinking that it's actually has stopped, but you know, sometimes it isn't stopped. It's kind of like just the mechanism's got kind of a little stuck, and over time it does like release itself. So when people think, hey, the music box is playing, it doesn't mean it's haunted, you know, unless like, you know, you've got a box which is closed and, you know, it's completely wound down, and then, you know you got to wind it up to play it, you know, unless it starts playing with the box closed down and it's playing the whole song, then yeah, there's a possibility it could be haunted. But it doesn't prove it is haunted, you know, kind of thing. You know, like with this one, you've got to lift it up for it to play. Because what it is, it's got like a little, I don't know if you can see that, but all music boxes have like a little mechanism like there, or some other kind of place. And if I push that down, it stops the music. So if you actually had that playing one day and you close the box down because you don't want to listen to the rest of it, that mechanism could probably like get stuck, and like, you know, the box might not close properly. You know, it might just be on its kind of like edge like that. Maybe a piece of jewelry's got it stuck, like that kind of thing. That's actually playing because the mechanism's actually been released, right? But that mechanism, pardon me, that mechanism, you know, when it pushes down, it stops the music here. But that mechanism over time probably can get a bit rusty, and when you're pressing it down, it's not pressing it down all the way. And I suppose like vibration, you know, cold temperature, you know, temperature in the room could like release it, and then, you know, even though the box is halfway shut, once that mechanism gets released, it'll play the music again. It doesn't mean the box is haunted.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm just talking about music boxes, you know, with the mechanisms, like they can get stuck, and like, you know, if they suddenly kind of like release itself because like temperatures or vibration, that mechanism, once it's released again, can continue playing the music box, and people will turn around and think it's haunted when it isn't. So with music boxes, it's more of a hit and miss kind of thing. You know, unless it's shut completely, and you know, you've got the box completely wound down, so you know you've got to actually wind it up to play the damn thing again, and it suddenly just starts playing by itself, then it's a possibility. Another thing, like, you know, rocking chairs. I've got 2 rocking chairs. I've not seen any of those move. Even the one I've got from that haunted house across the road, I've not even seen rock, I don't think. No, there's so many things that people can attach themselves to, you know, apart from dolls. You can have like a fucking coffee cup, you know. Someone might have used a coffee cup before they died. Their favourite coffee cup, their energy's been attached to it. Put it on the table, when you might see it slide across the table. But then, is that a spirit doing it? Some people found out that when you've washed your cup up, sometimes you get like a drop of water trapped behind there, and it acts like a sliding kind of like thing. It's like, you know, it's like if you're on an ice ring, you know, kind of thing. It can actually slide. So that doesn't mean it's haunted, you know, kind of thing. You know, you've got to kind of debunk some of these things as well. If you're going to get them.
a cup wouldn't just slide itself, unless you got a string on it.
Well, no, you know, like there's a guy on there. I can't remember his bloody name. He's got so much poltergeist activity on there. But you know, if a cup moves, is that the spirit moving it, or is it poltergeist activity? Most of it is classed and put down to poltergeist activity.
Yeah, I suppose you can, but it's also though. I was reading up on something that a guy moved into this Victorian house and he was digging up his garden and he found some teacups, which he found unusual because they were actually buried in a box. So he went to them and he washes them because there was nothing wrong with them. And weird things started happening in his house. So he asked the neighbour, who's been there for many, many years, if he knew anything about these, you know, about the cups and the people who lived there. And she looked at the cups. It's funny because there used to be a neighbour that used to live here a long time ago who used to read tea leaves and they were cups. So when she died, obviously somebody must have buried them in the garden. So, you know, so it can happen. Poltergeist, yes, but they can also be attached to a piece. Like I said, they can be attached to anything: a knife, a pair of socks, a pair of shoes, a shirt, trousers, a belt, a wig, anything. They can attach anything.
I'm yet to see a haunted pair of knickers, a haunted pair of bar, a haunted pair of pants. You know,
I don't think it'll go that far, but you know what I mean. I mean,
well, they got that far with haunted toilet roll rolls. You know, what else could I be going next to? You know, haunted glasses. You know, you might get a pair of glasses on the table, and then you think they're not going to be haunted. Suddenly, they kind of like levitate and jump on your face, and you're thinking, "Whoa, what? I'm not picking up your molting." You know, it's just like so many things that a spirit could attach themselves to if they want to. You know, tools, equipment, cups, saucers, mirrors, musical instruments. Someone's actually bought an item before, like a trumpet. They've put it in their living room and they've heard the sound of the trumpet being blown.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, you've got musical instruments. You know, you get those pianos, you know, those electronic pianos where you put batteries in. Don Phillips, who's a paranormal investigator, and he talks to Becky, he's spirit guide all the time, yeah? He went into a haunted house and a load of toys started going off. And he actually took batteries out of them and they still kept going off. And it weren't just like dolls, it's like kids' musical toys. So they're pretty interesting. Because if the energy, you know, if a spirit's got enough energy, you know, they can create enough energy to set that damn thing off, whether it's got batteries or not in it, you know, kind of thing. Another one was where someone bought a piano, put it in their like dining room. I was going to like learn how to play the piano, and several times, you know, throughout the week, they've heard the sound of the piano playing. So yeah, you know, there's so many things you could probably attach yourself to. You know, if someone was a piano instructor and they taught so many people piano lessons, when they died, maybe that's their favourite thing in life, and their energy attached itself to it. You know. So you know, it
makes you wonder, doesn't it? I think if I die, what would that be? What would I attach to? I think I'd attach to one of the cutest dolls in the bedroom.
I don't know what
I'd do. I've always said to them, listen, if I snuff it, don't get rid of dolls, because that could be in one of them dolls.
I might just like be free roaming and like, you know, just roam around the place and like, you know, just attach myself. If I wanted to attach myself to something, I'd attach myself to something like something which is more used quite a lot, you know, like the remote control on the TV. That'd be fun. You know, they go and watch TV and they go, well, I'm going to put it on the movie, and they start to watch a movie, and 30 seconds later, the channel starts changing. So they grab the remote control again, they put it back on the movie, put the control down, and I change the TV over again. And like, I just keep doing it until they like get fed up, and they think they're going to think, okay, maybe there's a fault on the TV. They're going to turn the TV off, and they're going to go and sit and watch, go in the kitchen and just have a general conversation or something. And like they might take the remote control with them. Like, I'll still find a way to turn the fucking TV on just to piss them off. Give them that activity. That'd be fun.
It could be.
You know, there's even been rumours of like haunted candles. You know, someone's bought a candle, put a candle down, and it's just lit up by itself for no apparent reason.
Yeah, but you don't want to be in a haunted candle because some div is going to come in now one day, don't know what's on, and then set it light, and then that'll be it. Poof, gone. Like a
Anything's possible, Rose. Anything's possible. If they want to haunt or something. Would it be interesting to get a candle, right, where you light it and it doesn't burn down at all? You know, the wax doesn't melt. And the candle stays as it is, like new, continuously. For, you know, weeks, months, years. And every time you light it, it stays lit, but it doesn't burn the wax away. That'd be cool.
I don't know. I wouldn't like to go in a candle case. That's something snapping your light bulb, like, and then I would have been nobody. That would be it.
Let's invite Rusty on if he wants to come on for a while. I'm getting tired now. Let's see if Rusty's got anything to say about haunted dolls or anything haunted. I think we should get Rusty to buy a haunted doll and see what he can do with it, you know, or send him one. Send Rusty a haunted doll, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it, eh? I think my doll just moved in. I think. I thought I saw movement, I'm not sure. Pink one. But that could just be vibration. Rusty, I sent you an invite. If he's still around. He might have gone and played some game. Texas Life Julie. Texas.
You know, it's well interesting jewellery, because you know there's going to be some attachment to jewellery that's sentimental value.
My K2's on in sync off. Mine are all dead quiet.
I'm not quiet. I'm just waiting for some more questions.
No, I think. Question at the moment.
I mean, do you think you'll ever stop buying dolls?
Well, I'm going to kind of like try cut down. You know, if I see anything at the church shop, which I saw a couple at the other day, she had about 6. I bought a few of her, and I said I might come and buy the other ones, but I wasn't really feeling nothing on the other ones, so I might just like pass them by. I might even just buy one to fuck around with it and like paint it and make it look ugly. That'd be fun. Scare the other dolls in. Then I won't have to buy any creepy dolls off eBay then, would I? If I buy a cheap one from the church shop and just like paint it myself, if I know there's nothing attached to it. Get some paint, some paint varnish so the paint doesn't like come off. Get some stage blood and make it look creepy. That'd be fun. Do it live on stream. Steve painting a doll, make it look horrified. That'd be fun. But I won't do any of these ones, like, because these ones are all counted for now, like, but I will get one. If there's one available next time I go down to into the town, I'll probably grab one, you know. If I feel like it's possibly, like, got something attached to it, then I buy it, but I won't paint it up or anything, you know. But I will try to find one which I don't feel like there's nothing attached to it, and then, like, fuck around with it and, you know, because I saw one on there which looked really weird and creepy. What they've done is that they've got one of the plastic ones, and they've actually somehow made its mouth a lot bigger, and it's got fangs out, you know. And it's like the mouth is like near enough the size of the fucking head kind of thing. And that was too freaky.
Mm.
And that's on eBay at the moment. I could send you the link if I can find it, but I ain't going to look for it at the moment because like every time I open a new page up, my bloody YouTube starts freezing up.
You know what I find interesting though? You know, them cut razors, what you call them, cutthroat razors. That, you know, people use them. They, you know, sometimes they cut themselves, yeah. So
Yeah,
I was
going to bid on a couple, but they've gone up over the price range, so I'm not going to.
Well, I reckon that if you think about it, you're going to get blood on them, don't you? Some people when they cut themselves, and you know, it's going to embed in the razor or anything else really. So I'm just wondering if when they die, if there's, you know, I don't know what I'm thinking.
I'm not going to post these. I'm not going to post these in the side chart. I'll post them in your G Plus. Look at these couple of weird, creepy dolls. Where's that one?
I was just gonna say this is kind of, I guess, a new phenomenon in general because when I looked on Wiki, there's only 7 that's listed, and then another site lists 10. So there's like places that list a few different ones, but I thought there would have been a list of like 100 different haunted dolls on Wiki and famous dolls, but there's just a small handful, like a dozen maybe, if you can find famous haunted dolls. I didn't know that. I didn't really get into it when everybody else was. So
yeah, I've looked around. Like, you know, there's several, you know, like really bad ones. Like Harold, you got Henry, you got Annabelle.
Yeah, Robert is supposedly the most evil. Harold was the first one ever sold on eBay. I thought that was interesting. And I think they used Harold on the Ghost Adventures when they went to the Doll Island. I think that was the doll they brought with him. So
I was looking at a second link I posted. Oak Horror Doll. Fucking creepy ass, that one.
No, there's nothing in that. That's just creepy.
I know.
That is just one creepy
Yeah.
That is one creepy looking piece of bloody. I've never seen anything so damn ugly in life.
Why?
Yeah,
it's interesting. People seem to love the creepy dolls over the nicer ones.
Yeah, I know, but it's nice to have them. But if there's nothing in them, it's a waste of time buying them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that like if you look at that last one I posted, the last one is more of a clownish one. They do it for like Halloween. It's like a Halloween pop, I suppose.
That's
it's still
freaky.
So that's what I really want to do is like just get an empty one and like just paint it up and make it look freaky.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot on there. Zombie dolls. Yeah. Maybe I should buy that and send it to the numbers, please.
Don't send it to me because my foot will go right up your ass. That is horrible.
You would know. Well, you would know now because I said if I buy it, you know, if someone was to buy it,
do
and I'm the only one who showed you it.
Yeah, but it's not haunted. It's just disgusting.
It's disgusting and it's a prop.
Yeah, but you know the 2 I've got coming from the US, yeah? They've been done, like, horror-wise, but the witches the the witch has put, there is 2 spirits in the dolls. They are haunted, even though they're weird. But these, if there was something in them, it'd be like fun having something in the house, because, you know, you can have a conversation with its mouth. You can't have a conversation with much. That's one ugly doll. Oh my God. That's made out of plasticine, you know.
That one's creepy as the other one.
Can't be any uglier than that one.
You guys ever heard of Mandy the Crying Doll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never heard of
Have
her.
you heard of Fred? Yeah,
no.
There's Fred as well.
I've never Fred. No.
What
about Juliet the Cursed Doll? Never heard of that one either. Joliet.
I reckon you should get a doll, Rusty, and start communicating with it.
No, I mean, I thought about it because yeah, I saw, just like Rose, Travis, and Jason were the first ones I saw that they just had one doll, and yeah, and then everybody just started getting more and more dolls, and I thought about it, but nah, I don't know. To me, it's to each their own in their own personal experimentation, and to me, it was just a trigger object, really, in general. So, to me, like any kind of doll would work. Like, I even used a miniature totem pole, like a Native American totem pole. You know those cool looking spiritual animals with the wings? I have a miniature version of that. And that's technically a doll that could probably be inhabited just as easy as any other doll. I think we tend as Eastern, as like whatever, like British and Americans, we tend to put dolls as the most haunted. I don't know why. Maybe we just relate to them easier, but I mean, yeah, we have haunted boxes, haunted chairs. There's all sorts, but haunted dolls seem to be the most famous, and that's what movies are made after and stuff. I don't think they're going to make a haunted rocking chair movie.
No, but there is, definitely is. Well, what are you looking at? What are you trying to do? Give me fright?
I'm not posting them so you can buy them. I'm just showing you the weirdest ones that I've seen.
No, I'm just saying, they talk about weird. You're trying to give me a fright here. I'm saying you think it's important. And every time you keep sending me these pictures, the damn things are getting uglier. Not interested.
I won't send you this one, because this one's got like devil horns.
But as I was saying, they can attach to a lot of things. It doesn't have to be dolls. It can be, like, say, trinkets, rings, jewelry, chairs, piece of equipment, socks, shoes, haunted dresses. You know, they can attach to anything. That's what makes them.
Yeah.
So, you know, but haunted doll. I am sort of like steering a bit to the haunted. What the heck's this now? I am trying to steer onto different things. What the hell? Sorry, I'm just wondering what we would go.
I think it might be kind of I don't know, because I personally haven't done it, but maybe you guys kind of get the sensation of like how when you have a pet, like a cat or a dog, it's kind of like a form of company. Like, you don't feel quite alone when you have some dolls near you. Maybe that could be another kind of psychological look at the doll phenomena. I don't know.
I'm going to show you one, Rose. It's not creepy. It's not horrible. I want to show you one that I'd love to have. I've always wanted one of these myself, actually. But bloody, what's name been a pain to open up Hangouts again. Not in it.
I remember you were talking about a ventriloquist doll like a year ago, Steve. I remember you. I think
fucking hell, Rusty. You know what? That's what I'm looking at right now. Seriously.
Oh, really? Funny.
This is what I'm looking at right now.
I've got one of them. I've got one of them dolls.
That's what I was looking at right now. And you just said,
I think it's called.
That's fucking usual. That's right. That's really like, I'm looking at it, saying one out of one, and Rusty goes, ventriloquist doll.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Two minds alike, I think, Rusty.
What's funny is I mentioned it way earlier on in the stream, but then I forgot all about it until 15 seconds ago when I said it. It just popped in my head out of nowhere. I'm like, hey, Steve, what? Remember that? And that's funny. So
you know, I don't even read
yeah, I must have been psychically in your brain for a second.
What brain? Oh my god, this one is creepy.
I had a ventriloquist doll when I was a kid. I kind of learned the basics of it and stuff. I was a little into it, but I just stopped doing it.
Oh my god. This is $42 and it is one hell of a creepy doll.
Well, and with those ventriloquist dolls is they have a lot of times movable eyes. So that may be a way to the spirits can actually move some of these things, features like eyes easier with a ventriloquist dummy.
Well, just thinking getting this one, which I just posted in the Hangout Plus, and like, you know, seeing that crawling around.
Where? What
It looks like
that?
a spider leg.
Where have you posted it?
In the Hangout. Hang on, I'll post it on yours as well. Then. This one looks like it's got like.
I'm just checking now. Sorry. I'm just checking. I'm half asleep.
That would give me nightmares if that was in my place.
Oh, it's not working.
Foolish mortals. No, I've got to get off that page. That page is freaking me out, man.
Oh, I thought it was something on eBay.
It is on eBay.
Yeah, I contacted that lady who's got that doll, actually, to see if she's got anything that any dolls that I could
What, the one with the like spider leg thing?
Hang on a minute. Haunted Barbie. Haunted Barbie. Yeah, the Italian doll. That's who I contacted.
No, I ain't posting no Barbie dolls up.
Yeah, did you got a big page of dolls? You sent me a big page of dolls.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought you were sending me an eBay page.
I was sending you an eBay page.
Well, you've not sent me no eBay page. You've sent me a big doll page.
I think I've lost it now.
I'm looking at 10 famous haunted dolls.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that might have been the link I posted. Yeah, that was the one I did. That has some I've never heard of before. That list.
Oh. Okay, well, where did you put the link then?
I posted it in your G Plus and in the G Plus Hangout.
No, you didn't. Because the last one you put in the G Plus Hangout was creepy, haunted, gothic, crappy things that have got things coming out the noses and the mouth.
No, this one is anthropomorphic.
Yeah, I got not got that one. I just got the ugly one with them things coming out the head and the big teeth.
I'm having problems trying to get it.
I'm trying to find out which doll. Okay, my doll and the dolls moved on it.
I wonder if people have put the ashes of their loved ones in a vial or a case or something and placed them inside dolls so that they could have a doll to dwell in. I bet you people out there have done that. I could see that actually quite easily.
Okay. I think it's hard enough when you see them using the ashes to do a tattoo.
Yeah, it's weird when the ashes. Yeah, I grew up with my my mom's grandmother's ashes always in her closet. Yeah, so it's just it's always kind of one of those weird things. Yeah,
I'm all right with ashes. I've got my dad's ashes in the living room. Like, you don't freak me out. When I got my dad's ashes, he was in.
Listen, I've got one thing.
Money bags. So one money bags, I scattered that in the garden where we used to live. He used to love being in that garden. I scattered some of the ashes out, then I kept the rest of them.
Listen, I've got one thing to say to you. Are you listening?
You know what I'm going to say?
If you send me
one thing to say to you.
If you send me any more of these creepy crap,
I'm not going to
speak to you again.
I've got one thing to say to you. Coffee.
Don't keep sending me these nasty ass dolls. You're going to give me nightmares. I'm not speaking to you. What was that you sent me? Alien lookalike, big mouth, big eyes, and them great big massive spider feet. No wonder you'd have a nightmare having that next to your bed. I'm not speaking to you. Stop sending me crap. Oh my God. Have you seen that, Rusty?
I might have. I think
no,
maybe.
Not. You're not. Look what this sick craphead sent me. Look. Trying to make me sick. Look. Watch. Look at this. Look. Look at that. Look, see what he sent me.
Let me click on it.
Well, I'll show you one doll, which you might like. It's not too geeky. It's not like a proper human toy doll. Are you ready for this?
Where are you shoving it? Put it in the corner and here. You send me one of them things. I'm not speaking to you. You give me nightmares.
It's not on
it looks like one of those fake alien things. It is kind of creepy looking. That is for sure.
Look, Rose. No, look, Rose. Look. Ready? Here comes his hat. Look. Here comes his hat.
I can see a dwarf. Oh, God. That's a Fred. That's a Frederick. Do I like him either? No.
Hello.
He's still cuter than that other thing you just sent me. No.
Hello. He always gives a kiss, honey.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
I got
ugly.
my eye on you, Rose. I'm coming for you, Rose.
Listen, no comment.
You just walked into the gnome twilight zone. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Someone might like it.
No, don't like
Some
it.
people like it. Sure they do. Who likes him? Come on. Own
Like,
up in the side chat. Who likes
looks
him?
like one of the nasty seven dwarfs.
Probably grumpy.
Yeah.
He's smiling, but he's got angry eyebrows, but he's got a smile.
Well,
So he looks evil.
Like,
yeah.
my blood like working again.
He's got evil eyebrows. Always look at the eyebrows.
It's just damn ugly altogether. It's not as ugly as that bloody spooky alien, horrible $43 ugly piece of whatever it is. It's got.
It's ugly. Yeah, it's really ugly.
There's no spirit in it, so you're wasting your money on that one.
I didn't say there was a spirit. This is the one of them I got at that big box of toys.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Oh, I know. I'm on about eBay. He's quite cute, though. No, he's not. I'm lying. No, he's damn ugly. I'll be lying if he's
Hey, honey, kiss a kiss if you don't want to see my bum.
You come see me have a bottle it.
He just reminds me of the cookies we have over here for the the Keebler elves. They make all those cookies. Or what do you guys call cookies again?
I've never heard of them, but that's damn ugly. Never heard of them. I don't know. This might be the second dwarf. Oh God! Let me just click that page off. Oh, my kitchen! No, I'm watching Steve. I'm also watching mine. I'll have to switch me Ghostbox on off in a minute because my neighbours will bang on it and kill me.
Yeah, you have a lot of K2 meters. At least 6 or 7.
I have about 5.
5. Nope, that's still a lot. 4 more than I got.
No, they're not that many.
Oh, I think it's cool. I wish I had 5 because, to be able to place them throughout different areas in the room. You just make one larger EM meter. That's all you're doing.
Well, I had more, didn't I? But them things broke, with the buttons.
Yeah, they're really easy to break. Yeah.
Really are. I tried to do, you know what taps do, where they put 1 pence in it?
Oh yeah, yours doesn't click. Some of them didn't. Some of them you had to do that. The older ones, I think. Yeah. So you broke it that way, huh? Putting a pence in it. Yeah.
I did that, and then they had. I thought, oh no way. Anyway, yeah, I broke a couple.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been having it. I'm trying to find out which dolls moved. I know one moved last night, which was the blue one next to the big one. And I missed it. And then there's another one that's moved again. I think that
they said the red-eyed one. I don't know if you know what that means, but they just kept saying the red-eyed one moved.
Well, I've got two red-eyed ones. I've got one at the bottom in the blue dress, and then I've got one behind the one with the hat. But somebody sent me an email. I got an email this morning from them, which was unexpected, stating that from the dark side, and that it's my game to enjoy the damn top. I was like, well, after saying this, I was scratching my head. I thought, oh my god. But if you look at the back, the K2 meters big flickering, and every now and again they all like they start flashing. Sure. So to me, they're having a conversation with each other.
Yeah.
But then ones at the back, all three, there's 4 at the back, 5, there's 6 dolls at the back are all evil. Negativity and some of the black magic. The ones at the bottom, Miss Blue Eyes, with the blue dress is messed up. The one that's next to the doll with the pinafore blue eyes, she's messed up. And then I've got the red eyes, she's even more messed up. But I've got more messed up ones on the shelf than these. These are quite tamish, really, compared to some of the other ones I've got. But her in the blue pinafore, I'm not surprised she's moved. She's given me nothing but trouble to have had her. I can't believe I've just drank nearly a whole bottle of cold water, Evan, what we call it, cold water to stop me from coughing.
Well, yesterday I went to the job centre and I was talking to the job centre guy, right? And we're talking about the cost of living at the moment, yeah? And I told him I used to go to Lidl's. And he goes, yeah, Lidl's ain't too bad. I said I was going to go there buy some coffee, but I couldn't get there, so I had to buy some coffee at the pound shop. He goes, I won't buy the coffee at the pound shop. It tastes like shit. I said, well, it's too late.
They do coffee there, but they do coffee taste like crap.
And, you know, I just made a cup of coffee from the pound shop and it tastes like shit.
Yeah. So does Lidl coffee. Their coffee tastes like shit too.
Oh, it's really disgusting. But I've got to drink it because I'm fucking thirsty.
I won't buy no cheap coffee. My coffee, I wait.
And get some coffee.
I wait for mine to go into the sky.
Disgusting.
I paid under £3 for intense coffee, the proper one that's £6 a tub, and I wait for it to go down to £3 and I buy about 6.
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
I can't drink Nescafe anymore. Nescafe, I don't know what they've done to the coffee, but it don't taste like Nescafe. It tastes disgusting in a lot of the shops. And I won't drink that. There's another one called Gold. I'll drink the Kenko Intense, but it's £6 a tin. I can't afford that, but I'll wait for it to go to £3 and then I'm there. You see me, Ken, I send him with a shopping trolley and we'll get 6, 7 at a time. So we've got enough coffee there for about a month or 2.
So, you know, when I used to do a lot of streams, you know, especially doing like Ouija board, Abby always used to say, take a break and take a coffee break, you know, and make yourself a cup of coffee. Why? I don't know. Maybe coffee like regenerates your energy. But this one ain't.
It does, they can't sleep after you've had a few cups of coffee.
Well, you know, I just recently found out what it actually does to your brain. I didn't know this because I thought it just gave you energy, right? What it does is actually stops the chemicals in your brain that tells your body that you're tired. It puts up like a dam. It blocks this chemical flow. So you're still technically tired. It's just your brain isn't sending out the chemicals to make your body feel tired anymore. Really weird. I didn't know that until recently. Yeah, because I figured you would take the caffeine and the caffeine worked like fuel and it gave you fuel, but it's not doing that. It's actually just blocking a chemical that's in your brain that tells your body you're feeling tired.
Well, really weird. But what the hell does that cow pee do to you then? That Red Bull?
Oh, exactly. Well, you see, that's not just caffeine though. With Red Bull, you have some of this. You have ginseng and taurine and some other things that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about those things if they do the same thing to your brain as caffeine does.
It's got bulky in it. Seriously, you look it up.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, that's what everyone around here growing up would. Yeah, that they said taurine is bull sperm. That was the legend, the myth. I don't know if that's true. I've never looked it up.
It's true.
I think it'd be easy to look up, but yeah, no, exactly. That's what everyone said. You're just drinking. Yeah. I never really got into that energy drink stuff. I
used to drink it till I found out that it had bulky and God knows what. And after I stopped, so I'm not drinking those.
Yeah, I think that's one of those old wives' tales, but I don't know.
Look, can you imagine somebody got pregnant by drinking that?
Yeah. Well, those are pretty crazy. Those can make your heart race so much. They're basically like drugs. Those Red Bulls, they're really like drugs.
Even Kevin will drink them. He won't drink no. He used to go mad when I used to have one. He doesn't even drink anything, any energy drinks like that. He's more of a herbal person, if you know what I mean. Herbal teas from the Chinese shop and stuff.
Yeah.
But he won't drink none of that that Red Bull and bull piss. He won't drink anything.
That stuff makes me really on edge. It's just really on edge. I find tea gives me energy, but it's like a smooth energy with tea. I like the energy from tea. It's so much better. It's you don't get that crazy jolt, but it's still tea, green tea, and especially black tea. It works for me. I like it. I've actually been trying to switch to just tea and kind of cut out coffee.
Kevin keeps telling me to just drink tea, but I drink it. When I do drink it, I like to have it black, no sugar, but with a whole lemon in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, I have to have that like that. With that taste that when you have a lemon, it's like, oh yeah. I have to have that.
If I had extra milk, I'd fucking drink some drinking chocolate, but I ain't got no more milk left now.
Oh, but I don't like drinking chocolate. I don't like drinking chocolate. Don't like Horlicks. I like a cup of coffee and a whole lemon tea. That's about it.
Yeah.
Not off all that. Nah. I used to drink Ovaltine. I don't know if you had that in America. Ovaltine.
I love Ovaltine. I grew up on that stuff. That was a treat growing up. I love Ovaltine. I still do. I haven't had it in years, but yeah.
Sometimes I
drink when I was a kid, not now.
Sometimes I drink Bovril. No, those Oxo cubes. I sometimes drink those by itself.
Yeah, they're nice with a bit of water in an Oxo cube. I like.
I think the Oxo cubes I've got are expired now. Though I don't know how long Oxo cubes can last for. I know the ones I've got in the cupboard are expired. I've got some Oxo gravy I could make. But this coffee comes down to the sink. This coffee's disgusting, man.
Yeah, we're talking about all these good drinks, and Steve's having to drink crap.
With the dry powdered coffee, I'm going to mix it, so I won't be throwing money down.
We're not talking about that gravy. Come on, gravy for. Oh
no. Yeah. I'm weird with coffee. I'll drink it straight. I'll drink it cold because I generally just want the benefits of the energy from it. I don't generally drink coffee for pleasure. So that's why I'm drinking tea, because then I can get more of the pleasure and less of the energy overthrow. Like,
I find when I drink tea, I get like very dry. My mouth gets very dry.
Oh yeah, if you drink it warm, huh? I've been drinking cold tea more. That's like my main thing. Iced tea, I guess technically is what it's called.
I've been buying now in bottles, the lemon tea.
Yeah, we have a lot of them over here. Yeah, and they're made all natural and stuff, just with tea leaves, sugar, and maybe some citric acid, and that's it. You don't have like a long list of like all these crazy ingredients that they put in soda pop and all the crazy stuff.
I don't cheat a lot of soda. I don't drink, to be honest with you, I don't drink Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I pretty much stopped drinking that stuff. I worked at a sandwich shop where we could drink all the soda we wanted, and I put on a lot of weight working there for a couple of years because I was drinking so much soda every day, all day long.
I don't drink a lot of soda. I used to like the Coca-Cola. I like Coca-Cola if it's from a bottle, like from a bottle.
Oh yeah, glass bottle. Yeah, it is good straight glass. That's probably the best way to have soda. Yeah, when I was a kid, my grandparents took us to an old soda shop that was in the southern part of where we live. That was a throwback to the '50s when they had those soda pop cafe dealies, and yeah, it was. They made it the old way and everything, and it was so good. That was probably some of the best soda I ever had. Like actual just soda water with the flavor, however they did it, like the old school ways.
You can't beat the oven from a bottle.
Yeah.
That sounds nice, the way your grandparents took it. I like that's the only, as long as everything's from a bottle, I'm cool. When it comes from plastic, nothing tastes the same. It's like bottled water. I won't drink bottled water from plastic. It has to be from a bottle because I find it tastes completely different from a
yeah,
bottle.
especially if the bottle sits in the sun. If the plastic bottle is out in the sun all day, it'll just taste like plastic water. That's all it'll taste like. It's so crazy. Yeah, it's gross.
It's bad anyway. Anything from plastic. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what were they thinking when they were, when they started to do plastic. Now we can't even get rid of it out in the environment.
Yeah, there's a lot of, at least over here, there's a lot of companies that make BPA safe. BPA, I guess, is like the chemical in plastic that breaks down and that people are ingesting. And so, yeah, there's bottles here that are plastic bottles that are supposedly safer, but I don't know how safe it is. It all tastes like plastic water if you leave it out in the sun. So that's I try not to put my plastic bottles out in the water or out in the sun if I'm out hiking or just doing something active outdoors.
There's a well-known fact that water plastics can cause cancer.
Yeah,
I've got some nice tomato ketchup, nice tomato cup of soup.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I love cup of soup. But I've tried to think what my favourite one is. I love the chicken one, and I like the beef one, cup of soup.
I love tomato soup. I don't know why, but I put tons of pepper in it, and then I heat it up, and I just put it into a glass, and I drink it like it's a drink because you don't really need a spoon with tomato soup. You can just drink it like it's a drink.
Yeah, tomato soup. Oh no, I mean that's not nice. Ooh. Don't like tomato soup.
That sounds good, Steve. I might have to make that later because it's so easy. Like I said, I just heat it up, put some pepper, and put it into a glass, and just drink it like it's a drink. It's perfect. Quick little
cup of soup or normal tin soup. I've got both, so I thought quickest way is the cup of soup.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I do tin tomato soup. It takes about 3 minutes in the microwave to warm up. So right.
Sorry, that doll's moved again.
What one?
You red-eyed devil bitch. That's in a different position.
I'm not picking up your molting, I've told you.
Yeah, no, I've just clicked on. I'm clicking on mine too, and I caught the K2 meters kicking. I mean, kicking like.
But what one is it? Someone one. I can't see what one's moving.
One of the one with the red eyes has definitely moved again. And there in the blue dress with the red eyes, she's shifted. What the hell?
Yeah, but one of them might have moved and shifted the other one.
No, because the other one's on top where me big doll is, and the other one's not even near. The others haven't shifted.
Oh right.
If the others would have shifted them, then the others would have shifted themselves. These have shifted on their own without touching the others. What the hell? So I had one different. Yeah, but I had one different last night. Now two of the others are moving.
Oh, lucky you got fucking dolls that move. I haven't.
Sorry?
Done my dolls move, lazy asses.
Yeah, try to get the timestamps on these rows so it'll be easier to go back and find the footage of it if you want to look into it.
In the K2s just went flash. Really like flash. Do. It was like that. Flash. That's what it did. Weird. That's what it did last night. I was just about to close my eyes, and then it went flash. I was like, what the hell? They're all chatting. Sorry, I'm coming back up, Steve. They're all chatting to each other because the kitchen meters are flashing, and they do that when they talk to each other. Huh. Oh.
Interesting.
No, yeah, I've got to go to bed with them tonight. Well,
so why do you think, Rose, right, sometimes male spirits attach themselves to female dolls?
Like, can you remember, you know my Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah? When he came with a dress on, you remember? And then when I did that session with him, we went, and I didn't know whether, I wasn't too sure whether it was a boy or a girl, and he gave me loads and told me to get the dress off. So I had to go buy him new trousers and a suit, you know, the hat and everything, because he was in a dress. I think what happens is when I don't necessarily think that they attach themselves to female dolls. I think that the people who buy the dolls, hence from car boots or whatever, and you know what kids are like, they dress the dolls, don't they? So they end up putting like a dress on a male doll, which Henry looks like a male, but they put a dress on him. So I don't think men, will automatically go into a female doll. I just think it's because people like change the clothes. Kids do that because if you think about it, kids will put dresses on man dolls anyway. So that's what happened to my Henry. He told me to get the damn dress on. He was well grumpy. He was not happy. I thought it was talking. They said they called him Henry. I thought he's got a bloody dress on. How the hell can he call a doll Henry when he's got a dress on? Well, that can't be right. But he turned out to be a man, and he wasn't happy. A child had changed his clothes into a female one, so that's what I think that it is. And long way around, anyway. I think it's a child that changes the clothes because child don't see sex-wise, they're male or female. So.
Do you think it's possible that not every haunted doll is an intelligent haunting? That some haunted dolls might be a residual haunting where it's just playing back the loop of the energy that captured at the time when it was imprinted onto that doll? Maybe murder, yeah.
Well, it can, because I've got some dolls here that have been murdered. And when they do come through, they come through pretty strong through the K2 meters. I love to use the K2 meters. That's my favourite piece of equipment. And yeah, I get where you're coming from with the residual energy, and that is possible. That you can pick up that residual energy. That's what a lot of psychics can actually do.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think a lot of paranormal activity is that people mistake intelligent interactions for actually just some sort of loop that's being replayed, and they just happen to catch it at a right time that it seems like that may be interacting with it or something.
Yeah, but it can be. But you can also, while you actually have a conversation with them, you get intelligence back.
Yeah, that's exactly that. Well, that's where you reach the barrier of, you're breaking into the obvious intelligence if they're communicating back with you.
Mine communicate with me, but I see where you're coming from. Well, like I said, the psychics.
I didn't mean yours in general. I just meant people's, like the world's. Yeah.
No, I know what you mean, but it does that. But like when the psychic picks up, well, you know, there's a psychic when they go on like the looking for a missing child or somebody who's been murdered. They always ask for something that's personal to that person. And what they do is it Jim Martin? I can't think of the words. Jim, I can't think of it. I've got it at the end of my tongue, it won't come out. But the touch, they'll go in and they'll touch a cuddly toy, or they'll touch a piece of clothing, even a pair of pants or whatever, and they'll touch it and they'll get that residual energy. And then with that residual energy, I don't know what to do, but they can actually sense what's happened to that person. So I don't know how that works. I also believe that you can pick up something and think, oh, this is on to the chicken. No, it's like a ghost. I mean, look, what's that word? When you see like these ghosts that are not really ghosts, but it's residual because they play over and over and over and over again.
Exactly.
Doing the same thing over and over again in a house, coming in through the door, sitting down, making a cup of tea, or coming in through the door, screaming and being murdered. And they're doing it over and over and over again. because your bricks in your house, your clothes, anything you touch, it ends up with residual energy in it anyway. So everybody leaves a bit of an imprint themselves. I mean,
yeah, it's a fascinating idea.
I was reading a story about this woman who moved into this house, right? And she kept seeing this, like a figure every day of a child, and in this child playback. And as this child, yeah, I can't see what we got.
What do you think on these, Rose? Feel anything on these two? Do you feel anything on these two?
Whether you put them, like, hang on, can you put them in the what? Because they had to pull my thing off. Oh, I'm sweet. Nothing in them but the sweet. No,
this one. Upsy daisy.
I can't feel anything in that, but the cute little.
This is more of a trigger object, actually. The dress is real fucked on it.
That would be better if it's a trigger object.
And then that one.
You could use that as an extra vessel.
These out of that box I've got from eBay.
As I was saying, like this woman kept seeing this girl coming in the door every day and sitting down, and what happened was it went on. She kept seeing it for months, so she tracked the people down who were in the house before her, and when they opened the door, she saw the daughter, and it was actually the daughter that she was seeing in her house, coming in, making a cup of coffee and a cup of tea, sitting down. So how about that for residual energy? Hello?
Well, residual energy.
No, exactly.
I thought a residual energy was more of like something that is like from its past, like a recording.
But it was from the past.
Yeah.
She wasn't dead.
I don't think it necessarily has to be from the past. It's just a repeated event. Yeah. Like walking, the walking noise on the second floor of a house. Somebody hears walking every night and they never know what it is. That's considered residual.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You don't have to be dead to leave your residual energy in different places. So
I guess it just all depends.
Yeah, but we all leave an imprint in
That's what it seems like.
Everything that we touch. We all leave an imprint. But
she
saw
right there about you don't have to be dead, because there was a ghost hunt, one of those like haunted stories, like My Haunted Story or whatever it was, where this woman moved into a house and she was getting some rather strange things happening in her house, and this woman walked up to her and warned her about something going on in the house. She had to be careful. Now, she actually went out and got something to try to ward this so-called evil spirit away, right? And a lot of people kept going around and ran to her house and kept looking at her strangely for some reason that she didn't understand the reason why. And apparently what happened was that they found out before she moved there, someone actually had been murdered there, and not only that, the person who murdered her was actually in prison. Now, she didn't know he was in prison, but she kept seeing him in like dreams, and she kept seeing like as it was like a physical manifestation of him in her house.
Oh yeah,
and like somehow he's been able to generate energy to manifest himself from prison into a house, and he's still alive.
Yeah, I remember that. I actually remembered seeing something.
I can't remember because some witch tried to warn her off and tried to give her some kind of like gift, but she thought this old woman was the one which was actually behind it, but she wasn't.
Yeah, I remember now.
It's on one.
I've read like in the same as you. I've read that some people can actually come out of the body and actually kill somebody, and then go back into the body And then they've got, the coppers can't do them because they went anywhere. They were in bed.
There was an X-Files, a really good X-Files episode about that, about some Vietnam vet that had no legs that could leave his body and kill people and come back in.
That's it's amazing what you can pick up and what you can, what you hear. And I know it's, a lot of it like, yeah. But I mean, it would be weird because it's a well-known fact that people can have out-of-body experiences. So can you imagine if you could do that, you could go rob a bank. But then again, where would you carry the money? Because, you haven't got a body, have you?
Yeah.
They do say that people can have the ability to do certain things, like another YouTube channel where a guy was walking his dog in forest, and he's just on like a little walk by, kind of thing, with his camcorder, and as he's walking down, he saw this girl actually levitating in midair.
Oh yeah, that was a true thing. Yeah, I saw that.
That's supposed to be true.
No, I don't think it was. I think that was a big setup. I think somebody put a big string on that.
This woman was like, there's this child levitating with him, and her mother was just like watching her levitate, and I heard like a noise. I turned around and saw a guy walking, and she just kind of like stopped levitating and ran away.
Yeah,
but
that's one of the better ones.
You might be able to do things like that if you put your mind and matter to it. Maybe you can.
I don't know, because I used to watch that magician, what's his name, was it David Blaine? I used to watch him levitating, and I used to be like, oh my God. And then I started realising, when I started to realise it was all false, I'm like,
I love those shows that expose magic tricks. I love watching them.
I do as well. And then I saw him go through some glass, and I was like, oh my God. And then it showed you how he did it. I was like, oh my God, I could do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it shows how easily the brain is tricked because it looks so real. The brain is so easily tricked.
Well, yes, I found out how Uri Geller bends his bloody spoons recently, which peed me off a bit. I went to see him at his house, Uri Geller, with my family, and then it showed you how he. Yeah, but then again, he bent a spoon in front of me. I've got that somewhere, but he didn't snap it. He did bend it though. So, was it already bent?
Yeah, I don't know. There's famous magicians, sleight of hand guys, and mentalists that say it's all fake and they can do everything Uri Geller does, but they don't explain how he does it because it's all magic tricks. It's just all magic tricks. It's all fake.
Randall, I think the guy's name was. He used to I think his name's Randall. He used to expose everybody, and he showed me.
Randy something. Yeah, the great Randy. Yeah, the great Randy. He was a magician himself. Yeah, exactly.
So he literally showed that the spoons were he'd already broke the spoon, and he put it together sort of thing, but you wouldn't have noticed it. And also he showed there was a different way of holding the spoon, which looks like it was actually bended. So
yeah, they heat them up and stuff. There's a bunch of just little tricks that the brain again is just so easily fooled.
I was like, I sat in your living room with all them glass table, everything in Uri Geller's special room, like, is glass. He's got glass chairs, glass tables, glass cupboards. I have never seen so much glass in my life. And when Megan went in, I was panicking. Because Megan's violent, she breaks everything. I was panicking because she was going to break Uri Geller's furniture. Because she was starting to take a fit. I was like, no way. Well, she did all right. She sort of sat down, so she didn't actually smash anything up. But she was an inch from losing it, and then we had to go. But yeah, it's all glass. I've never seen nothing like it. And then when he took me around the back of his house, he's got I can't even think what the car is. He's got a massive car, right? And on this car, he's got all the spoons and stuff from celebrities all over this car that have been signed.
Yeah, crazy.
It is amazing. The pictures were in the paper. I've got pictures. We did have pictures, haven't we?
Yeah, that guy literally became famous and rich just from spoons. Like, he didn't invent anything, and maybe he invented the technique that magicians now use, but that's kind of funny to think about. Yeah, just spoons.
Yeah.
How did that become such a craze? Because it just blew people's minds away. He could bend them.
It blew my mind away. I saw that Randall the other day, and it's like, oh my God, why did they watch that? It's not even a psychic, because he bloody use Galley. Everything's a trickery. Like I said, David Blaine. Some of the stuff he was doing, I was like gobsmacked. And there's a few magicians. I mean, look at what's his name, Copperfield. I mean, they've showed everything that he's done. I'm like, oh my God, I thought he was a real magician. Now I know he's not. Do you know Becky Bubble?
No, that's how good they are, and that's how easily the brain is tricked. And people make YouTube videos dedicated to say that these street magicians and people like David Copperfield, these performing magicians, are they're possessed by demons, and they have sold their soul to the devil, and that's the only way that they can pull off these tricks. And that's not true. These tricks are a lot of times very simple and not very impressive once you actually learn what they're doing, but they're creative and witty. And they're able to trick us. I've always loved magic tricks and figuring out magic tricks. It's so cool. That's why I got into debunking paranormal too, because it's kind of like magic tricks. It's like trying to figure out a magic trick when something paranormal happens.
Listen, if you're trying to debunk paranormal, like, you better get a bag of crisps or a bag of popcorn and about 15 cans of lager, because there's plenty on YouTube you can sit there and debunk.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I just mean in general with like my own exploration. Like, I always had fun trying to debunk something that I would hear or something like.
Well, the radio bloody things, sometimes I wonder about them. I mean,
well, I debunked my box the other day when I was sitting here. I put a video up, that box falling down by itself the other day, and I didn't take much notice. I looked on the DVR, took the video off, uploaded, and I thought, oh, hang on a minute, box to make it fall down. So I done it. Me actually trying to debunk the box. I'd put it back up, I'd bang in around the box, you know, and it took a while for the box to even start moving and falling down. And I was actually like thumping around the box as well. Now, I did say when I looked at the DVR and put the first video up of the box falling down, it actually looked like the box kind of got pushed up slightly before it fell down. And I thought that it might have just been my imagination. I put it in the comment. You said, yeah, that box was pushed up slightly before it fell down. So, and I had to debunk it. I had to try to debunk it to see if it did do that. And I actually did push the box up. And by pushing the box up, it does slide down. So whatever happened, something pushed the box up to make it fall down. And I tried debunking
it. Yeah, it's good to debunk, though. It is definitely good to debunk if something happens in your place. I like doing that. Can't always debunk.
It's like I threw dolls in the kitchen that time when they fell down. I went out there, put the dolls back up. I banged around the sideboard. I jumped up and down. They still fall down, so I put them back up. Came back in here half an hour later, fell down again, didn't they? So, like, you know, it's good to try to debunk things to show that, you know, nothing fraudulent has been like done. But some people still think that it's faked anyway.
And that's why your old video is so crazy, because you can't debunk that. That is a straight up witnessing an orb manifestation. And plus you have countless hours of the same camera angle. It never happens once, ever, except one night for a brief few seconds.
Well, like with Rose of Dolls, you might have one doll that might move or has moved, and people see it move, and that doll might not ever move again. You know, so it's just like, you know, you might catch just, but you ain't going to get that corners and stuff every time. You know, not unless that spirit wants to do it every time. And then, like, you're still going to have to, like, kind of prove that it's happened, and you're going to have to try to debunk it to find out what made it happen. But, you know, you could have a camera pointing on a doll 24/7. And it might move once within like a matter of a frame of like 2 weeks. Why did it move that once? Was it vibration? Was it a gust of like cold air that made it move? Was something near it that fell down and created like a a bang, and that bang caused the vibration, made the doll move? I don't know. Unless you've got the full front or the doll, you know, which Rose has got. But if you, like, what I'm saying is, if you've got a camcorder facing that doll, and it's facing that doll 24/7, and you see that doll move once or twice, you know, people are going to believe, well, that doll's possibly haunted, but what made it move? Could it have been vibration around the room? Could it have been someone slamming the door that made it move? You got to try and debunk that.
Hey, listen, trust me, my dolls are moving like no one's slamming no door, no one's moving anything, and mine's just moving.
No, I'm not saying you. You know, you could have a camera pointed to a fucking balloon for all I care, you know, and if that balloon starts moving, people are going to wonder why it's moving.
You ever did one of your dolls move once or twice? You've had a moving doll.
Yeah, I've had them in the living room.
Yeah, you've had some of your dolls. I know you've had.
What I'm saying is that I've tried debunking it to show that it happened. You know, I've been in there jumping around. You know, like the Bible that fell down in the living room a couple of times. I've been in there trying to debunk why the Bible fell down off that pressure pad.
Yeah, but you can debunk that actually, because that was just something out the ark. I've never seen anything like it.
No, about that Xbox Connect.
You've had a lot of stuff. I mean, even them divot boxes, you thought they were crap, and you've had all sorts going on with them lately. So everything that you do, you might think there's something in it, but it does.
I think what happens sometimes, like, they don't come out. You know, when you expect them to come out, it does take them time.
They're not
they come out when they want to come out.
Yeah, it's not like the circus where, you know, you can say, come on, get your nose on, let's play. They come out when they want to come out. That's what I find with mine, that you would, with whatever I've got to move about. They come out.
See, like, you could move out from your house and move into a haunted house, and you wouldn't know it's haunted until, like, you know, things could start off that same night. But sometimes it might not start off the night. They might just, like, linger around to find out what kind of person you are, what you're about, you know, if you're easy enough to scare. And, like, you know, might see the odd shadow, might hear odd noise, which you'll think is just a house light settling down. But once they know that you've got that fear factor, they're going to be able to, like, you know, come out and scare the heebie-jeebies out of you if you wanted to. Because, like, you know, let's say you could move into a house, not think it's haunted. 6 months later, all hell can break loose.
Mm-hmm. I know. I don't trust me. This gives me the heebie-jeebies thinking about it, because you never know. I mean, God, my mum's house is relatively new, you know, so it doesn't matter whether it's an old house, whether it's a new house, or even a flat. You just don't know what that land is. You just don't know.
Well, I don't know what was built on this land. All I know that there's a cemetery over the road, and that could have been bigger in the olden times, and maybe they were supposed to, like, move some of the headstones, and they never done it. I don't know, but I've not found any kind of information. I've not even bothered looking for any information which might have been on this land. But when I moved in here, you know, the first day I stepped in that living room, I felt there was something weird about it.
Yeah. I know.
And that's why I don't go that much. So I still feel that, although, you know, you got, you know, all my dolls in there and a load of other spirit people in there that come through the portals and whatnot, I prefer to keep that as their own kind of little domain, their own little kind of, like, chilling out place. I don't really want to go in there if I can help it. No, I need to go in there time to time, and they know I need to go in there time to time, and they just leave me be. You know, I just go in there, like, get some washing, put me washing out, get some bits and pieces what I might need. You know, bring a little doll or two in here. You know, but when I do go in there, you know, I can feel different energies. You know, there's, like, you got your good, you got your positive, you got your weird sensations, you got, like, your mischievous little buggers. You know, sometimes I might feel like something negative in there.
Yeah.
I went in there the other night with my Xbox Connect, hoping I might call something. But when I was in there, I could feel things moving around. I could sense, you know, the spirits in there, but I wasn't getting anything on the Xbox. And even if I had it done, it would have been wasting my time because for some reason the Xbox didn't record on Bandicam for some reason that night. So I had to like sort that out. I had to uninstall Bandicam because it kept crashing out. Wasn't saving again. So no, it's an interesting little bit of kit because, like, you know, you walk around with it and you can see if you have got any kind of entity that wants to like come out and try to manifest themselves.
I mean, I'm just half asleep. Just took me morphine, so I am here. Yeah, you didn't say anything about them dolls I sent you, them pictures.
What pictures? Oh, them ones, yeah. I don't know really. Let me have a look again. I'm gonna have a look again.
Yeah. Listen, them two big ones look like bitches.
Apart from that black one, the other two look similar dolls, just that the hair different. They really do look like the same kind of doll, but different hair.
Yeah, the sisters. That's just it, the sisters.
Yeah, the hair's different. You got ponytails and one with like a fringe around their eyes, and the other one's kind of like crossed.
They're not twins, are they? The sisters, they are going to have different hairdos. My sister's got a different hairdo than mine.
That wax said anyone can make one of those. I could probably make one like that.
I told you where that came from.
I know where it's coming from.
The person I got that from is where I've actually bought before, and I know them pretty well.
No, I'm just saying. I know where you're getting it from, but you know, anyone could like duplicate that and make it look kind of creepy.
Yeah, that looks like it's got pubes on it. Hope it hasn't got crabs.
I think it's got human hair on that one, actually.
That looks like pubic hair. I know it was from witchcraft thing, so that I do know. It was used in witchcraft, so, but that looks like pubic hair on top of its head.
No, it's 11:30 already.
I feel ever so sick. I hate when I have to take that medication. I try not to take it in the day now.
I feel tired, actually.
I just feel like somebody's killed me. I hate morphine.
Well, just think they used to be addicted to that in the olden times.
Yeah, I'm not addicted to it. I'm on the low dosage because of the pain I'm in. And I tend not to take it in the day. I'm supposed to take it 3 times a day, but I don't. I only take it once a day, and that's usually at night time to help me sleep a bit because I can't sleep. I'm in that much pain. That's my lungs for you, and what's left of me bloody, me liver after getting smacked in them 3 times by a rusty.
Well, they used that morphine more than any time in World War II than the other, like, you know, any other time apparently, because like, you know, all the soldiers that got shot and wounded. You know, some soldiers had to like take 2 or 3 doses because like down there, like arm or leg blown apart, you know, kind of hanging out.
Yeah, well, that's how I'm supposed to take it 3 times a day. But you got no chance.
Still had to take it when I came out of the hospital and came out of the war.
Well, I'm not taking it. I mean, like I said, I've been taking that since June, to be honest. And I'm not. No, don't need it. I won't take it. I'd rather have the pain in the day than walking on like a zombie. And this bloody coughing, man. I'm drinking so much to try and stop myself from coughing. It's you know. I still feel like it feels like I still smoke, and I haven't smoked since June. So something really nasty is going on with my chest, basically. So I'm spitting up blood and everything, so I'm not well at all again. So looks like it might be a trip to the bloody hospital. And I can't really afford to do that before Halloween anyway. Because I can't let them people down. But I can't see me actually taking the trip to the hospital because I'm really not well. That's why I haven't got my camera on. Because I look like I look like I've been dragged backwards by something nasty today. Oh, let's change the subject. Yes, so that was the answer to that question. That I think kids change the clothes on dolls, and that's why some male dolls have got female clothes on. There you go.
You know, maybe sometimes they tend to like attach themselves because that is the only thing they can resemble themselves as human. Like, you may all think, right, you know, okay, my daughter's got some dolls, you know, well, that's a female doll. That still is them person.
I don't think that, because when Harry called me, he was really, really cross that he was in a dress. So for him to be really cross like that, then that's what made up my mind that no, males don't go into female dolls. They'd go into something like a male doll, wouldn't they? We get Barbie, is it Ken? The Barbie dolls or whatever. The male dolls, action men. So I don't think that. I think males would attach to, it could be to tools, like we were saying, it could be to a watch, it could be to a chair. You know, the more likely the more likely to attach to an object, an adult. Oh no. Oh my God, guess what I've just won?
Tell me what you want.
Another doll.
No. Shit.
Oh, well, that's
Hang on a minute. I wonder if I can change my mind. Oh dear God. I've forgotten I did on that. Oh.
Well, show me what it is. No, I might get it like, if I like it. Depends on what
I've
you've ordered.
got 100% genuine cursed jinx Ouija board. I'd forgotten I bidded on that. That's going to be interesting, Steve.
How much was that then?
I put 22 in it and I won it for 19 quid. I'm shocked.
Yeah, but
I won it.
Really,
Let me just read what it says.
Is it generally haunted? Like the one I got was supposed to be generally haunted, and it wasn't.
Let's just have a look. I was looking for one actually to maybe experiment. One. Table I want. I'm after a frigging table tipping table. Gosh, they're expensive. Right. Yeah. I've owned this Ouija for 9 years. Terrified of letting it go in case my bad luck became even worse. Oh, how do you even dispose of one of these things safely? Anyway.
Yeah.
Our final straw this family came was literally can't have in the house no longer. I'll sell or divorce. I've used this board a handful of times thinking it was a whole load of twaddle, hype up to the canoodling teenage movies. But sadly, I've had nothing but bad luck since. I fear it might be real. This thing is going to haunt me forever. Since using the board, I've endured unexplained banging and knocking from rooms I know to be empty, flickering lights, unexplained power cuts. I'd even see things moving around like shadows in my home, and on top of all that, because you feel like I'm being watched. Even the dog sensed something and barks at nothingness. I don't even stay in my own house on Hallow Eves anymore. Stop that. I value my life. I've been what happens in the movies, and I don't want any demise to be like that. I swear this spoiled actually knew. I swear this spoiled actually knew this. eBay Post was coming because as soon as I took it out of the drawer to take a photo, my phone vanished for 2 hours. Hunt commenced to locate it. I know I left it on the sofa, yet finally found it in a nest upon the drawers in the bedroom. I'm not saying the spirits attached to the board are evil or anything. They are just as warped and sick and twisted with a sense of humour. Seriously, if I was you, I'd walk past this particular term and find a nice board with friendly spookies. You certainly ain't going to find Casper with this thing. I don't know, maybe it can be cleared. It can walk through the holy water rituals with white candles performed or something that will ease the burden of owning this term. Hell, maybe it's not the board and I'm cursed. Maybe everything else is just one you.
Much of a story there, making it sound more and more worse than it is.
Either way, yeah, but he's not saying it's bad. He's saying it's got a warped sense of humour. It's like one of my dolls. Either way, and plus he's telling people to walk past, which is an interesting selling point. Either way, I want it gone. I'll post the term second class recorded and pack. Well, please be warned that this term is not a toy and use it with integrity at your own risk. I cannot be held responsible for anything that may arise due to the use of this board. And please, for the love of all, that is good in this word, never forget to say goodbye. Please ask if you want any more photos, although I sincerely hope you don't. The thing has freaked me out enough taking this out of the box. Any of the messages that come about this board, I will totally ignore. Do not blame me for what will happen to you. I've warned you, so good luck. Now that, right, is a bloody good story.
Yeah, you told it well too.
Tried to. That is a really, really interesting story. Well, they go to it. It'll be on its way tomorrow.
Sometimes I put a good story behind it to just to sell the damn thing. You know, even the one that's
but I needed one anyway. And this is a big bitch, so I'm happy with that. That's cheaper than what I would have bought a brand new one for. If it comes attached with something with it that's got a wicked sense of humour and it's a bit warped, that's okay because so is some of my dolls. I shall have some fun with this actually. I wanted to get a board for Hal's house next time we're down there for me and Ken to actually use. So, and if anything does attach to it, then it's going to first class post to Mitcham.
That's
right. Yeah.
So
I bought that Ouija board, and they said that they had, you know, dark things coming from it, shadows and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's not saying though, is it? It's not. Yeah, but it's not
the board.
It's not saying that it's bad. It's saying that it's actually got a warp. It's got a warped sense of humour. That's the difference. It's not said that they are bad, is it? It's just an opposite way. That's why it's more believable to me. If it would have put on there, the spirits it's gonna kick your ass, and they scratching me and they are biting me and they are doing this and it'd be different, but it's not. He's put it down in a way that they sound like they're just mischievous. And we've got dolls and clowns that are mischievous that actually move stuff anyway. So this is quite interesting. When it comes, right? I mean, I'm surprised on that. When it comes, I want to use that. I said it's a big board. It's got a what's it with it? what do you call it, the things that you move. They've got a pancetta with it. It's quite an unusual board, actually. So, you know, it's a win-win situation. So I got it cheap. It's big. And if there is something that's attached to it and they've got a good sense of humour, so it's a win-win. If it hasn't got anything attached to it, it will have after I've gone to Hell's House. So, win-win again. Great, I just spilled water all over me. I mean, there you go, see? It's already started. So you've got to think positive. The story on that is a nice story. It's not a threatening story, is it?
Yeah, it's definitely different than the average, yeah.
Exactly, you could have put it really nasty. And that's actually the first time I've read that. So I thought, yeah, he could have bidded it, he could have said all sorts, it could have gone for 300 quid. But it didn't, because people don't like nice things. They like demonic things. They'll pay a fortune for a demonic doll and a demonic board. So that's how I'm sat. That's what makes me think maybe this is actually a true one. So,
yeah, but you've still got to be wary on some of the things. Like, you know, anyone can put a 100% haunted story behind it, and there's nothing with it.
No matter what you get, yeah, like I said, the guy's done it in a way that is not what you expected it. I wouldn't have expected that story like that. Right? He's put it in a nice way. So for him to put it in that nice way, Steve, yeah, to me, it's more likely to be true. He hasn't put it in a nasty way. He hasn't said that the jinns are jumping out the board and is kicking his ass around the place and they're trying to kill him, or, you know, it's smashing up his house, like I've seen some Ouija boards on eBay which claim that they've got Zozo attached to it, and it comes out and it kicks your ass every night, and it bangs everything in your house, yeah, constantly. This person has done it in a way that it's a good way. So to me, this feels like it's a true one, because I wouldn't have bid it. 1 minute it would have been nasty. I just had this feeling when I saw it, but I didn't need the story bulletproof tonight. So I need to believe that this is true, and it's gone on a low price. And remember what we've said: anything that is haunted and people are selling it for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds, 100 pounds, 200 pounds, which is our doll for. You know damn well they're there to make money. This guy started this auction at 99p, and we've always said the lower the better. Then we know that they're trying to get rid of it. So this could end up being a really good and very interesting to add to my collection, because I want to make it haunted room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I got rid of a board that did have an attachment to it, and that's in a paranormal museum right now. It's been framed with a dog, a couple of other stuff. It's in a museum now. So, you know, sometimes I do pass things onto them, but they put my name where they've got it from. So, you know, people ask the names underneath, which is quite nice to be acknowledged. So, you know, I mean, I took some bits and bobs, and I'll probably give them the uncleaning kit thing, because that's getting a bit hard for me to like handle the dreams that I'm getting out of that being in this room. Is something not very nice. I'm dreaming of a guy that's completely blew his head off, and the person who owned the gun cleaning kit actually did that. So I'm having a lot of vivid dreams that I don't like. So if they keep going, I was going to pass it on, but if they keep going, I'm going to send it to the museum, because that is a haunted it's in a haunted place, in a haunted museum. So that might be more fitting to go into a glass cage, as we call it, like the others have gone into it. I don't think I was going to pass it on, but I don't think I will bother, because there's a lot going on, and I don't like the dreams I'm getting. So I might be doing that. I've contacted the group anyway, and they've told me I'm going to do this place up. So I'm welcome there at any time to even go with them and do a a ghost hunt, as they call it, in there overnight. Well, a couple of nights actually. So I am thinking about doing that with Kevin when I'm well enough. That is, right now I'm not well enough. But I've been offered the opportunity to go somewhere where they found the secret room that has not been opened yet, but they knew about it. The people who basically rented the place out, they knew about it but couldn't find it, and they've actually found it because they were knocking walls down and everything and doing the place up. They actually found the secret room and they've not opened it yet. So I'm hoping when I go up there, we're going to open it because it's meant to be full of nastiness back there. They sealed it off because it was bad. Some bad had happened in there and some bad spirits. So they sealed it off and then built a wall around it. So they actually found it. I was like, oh, dear God. So I'm waiting for a bit of fun there. And I'm going back to the farm as well when I'm up to it. And in Halloween, I was telling everybody, Paranormal Truth. Have you heard of them, Rusty?
Yeah, I have. I don't know much about them, but I have. And I saw you mention that, but go ahead and speak about it again.
Yeah, no, they're coming to my house.
Yeah.
2-night special, and they're going to be filming live there, and I'm quite pleased about that. Because they are, they debunk everything. So I want some skeptics to come into the property. And then when they leave there, they won't be skeptics no more, hopefully.
It'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah, well,
I look forward to it.
Yeah. So 2 nights, and it's going to be live on YouTube. So I won't be there. Me and Kevin are going to be staying at a hotel. I'd rather be as far away as possible on Halloween than Halloween. I spent Halloween there, and I ain't doing that again. So we're going to be doing that. So hopefully, we're going to be getting their asses kicked. But even though the house doesn't stop, they can go quiet. And if they don't like you, they'll either kick your ass or they'll go quiet. But I'm hoping that they, get quite a lot out of it, because then that'll prove the point of what I'm telling everyone. I'm supposed to be doing a live as well when I'm down there with another group. I can't remember what it was, but they want me to go onto their site so they can do an all-nighter from mine. So I've just waited to hear from them, but to give the date. So, and then I'll do a live with them as well, and I'll probably do one with Steve down there. So, but I'm only down there with me and Kevin are down there for a week because I've got hospital appointments. So I have to work around all the hospital. I've got hospital appointments right up till the middle of November now, and I still haven't got everything through. So I have to work around them, which isn't too.
Well, that'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be really cool to see what kind of results that they acquire, especially since you say they're skeptic, really extreme skeptics. So
yeah, they are. They try to debunk everything, and I said to them, if you can debunk anything in my house, I'll give you £1,000. Not that I've got one. And they started laughing. They're not going to be able to debunk anything in my place at all. That's where the fun's going to happen, because that group could debunk it. Yes.
I'm going to end the stream, so I'm getting tired. So,
okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night. Thanks for having me. I'll catch you around.
Yeah. I'll see you soon. Thanks for everyone for coming. Bye.
Are you still streaming? Are you going to continue doing your doll streaming, Rose?
Yeah, it's still on. I'm not. Well, it's still on. I just closed the ghost bot off, but my neighbour will kick me and will kill me.
Well, I'm not saying I will, but if anything starts with my ones later, I might stick mine on. I don't know yet. I might leave till tomorrow.
If it starts, it starts. Doesn't matter. I'll just leave mine running, so it don't matter to me.
Yeah.
What you do? What if they don't watch mine? You can always go back tomorrow and watch it. So I haven't got a problem with that.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going. If anything kicks off later, then I might do. But it feels quiet in here right now.
Yeah, it's real peaceful. Feels really peaceful
everywhere. We're walking here at the moment, just cat running around. Well, actually, no, she's behind me. So what is that noise in the hallway then? Or just something running?
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get going. So thank you, and yeah, good luck and best wishes, guys. So yeah, catch you around.
Catch you later.
All right, see ya. Bye-bye.
All right, then, I'll catch you later, Rose. I might try to get. Right, well, guys, I'm gonna go sort some of these dolls out and put back in the living room. Got a gravy box in the middle of the floor. I need to sort that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not saying anything's gonna kick off. It feels a bit quiet in here tonight, so hopefully I'll be able to get some decent sleep. But if anything does occur, then I might stick the stream on later. But hopefully I won't have to, and I can get some sleep. All right. Okay. Okay, see ya. Good night. God bless. Ciao, ciao. Bye.